Do-do-do.
There it is. It's back.
Hey, chapter 2. This gray and dull Tuesday afternoon. May not be gray or dull where you are.
And Clay said Scotty's never coming back to your bitch ass show. Well, Clay,
Yeah.
Clay, if that's how you feel about my shows, then why the fuck are you here?
Instigating.
Why the fuck are you here, Clay?
Yay,
Don
cat
King.
fight.
No cat fight. That
Aww.
requires you have to have 2 cats and not 1 cat and a fish.
Aw. I like a good cat fight.
Oh, whatever.
Some hot chocolate, some syrup, a couple of cats.
All right, what are you making?
He's
It's
eating
baked.
crackers.
No. It's baked whole wheat pita. Like making them crackers.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I could not find any good hummus.
Told you, Sabra with the pine nuts.
Nah,
Or they don't sell it up there?
It's too commercial.
It wasn't always that way.
Well, I like the fresh restaurant stuff when you find a restaurant that makes it fresh. You know?
And you need to find like the Greek district in your area or something.
Yeah, we have one. You could only get to it so often, you know.
Yeah, they haven't updated this shit yet.
So what was up with that last window they had? Google and YouTube were really on crack, weren't they?
Holy crap, the Winter Olympics are coming already? Fuck.
Yeah,
It is
2018. Yeah.
Want to attend the Taylor Swift lawsuit trial? Follow these rules. Why would I want to do that? Oh yeah, because she needs to see me, so she'll dump anyone she's dating.
I would rather just attend Taylor
That's what it
Swift.
Yeah. Gonna have to show her some good old-fashioned Southern hospitality.
So what are you guys up to today?
Drudgery.
Everybody had lunch ready?
Nope. Still waiting on it to get delivered.
But you don't know what is being delivered, correct?
Never do.
Mhm.
It's like Russian roulette. It's culinary Russian roulette. Most of the time, it's okay. Yesterday's was odd.
Why? What did you have yesterday?
It was like seafood stir fry type thing, but it had really badly treated anchovies or sardines or something. I didn't like it. I had to take all the meat out of it. I was like, nope. It's whatever they prepare them in. It's terrible.
I'm not a fan of anchovies only because it's extremely salty.
You know, you do realize you do need some sodium.
Yeah, but there are plenty of other things that carry sodium
Right. But
naturally that you don't need something
Those are
that's
natural.
doused. No, I
I mean,
don't.
unless they're adding it when they're
No.
pickling it or drying
Yeah,
it.
they have, when they're processed and packaged like that to stay fresh. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of salt being added to that stuff.
The one that I usually get is it's packed in sea salt, so it's like it is of where it came, you know, that kind of thing.
Right,
Which
but it's still
I'm
a
not big on
shitload
that
of the
anyway.
stuff.
I'm not big on sea salts anyway because I mean, think about it like this: for those of you who live near an ocean or salt water, like on the coast, right? Just bear in mind that every time you get hit in the face with a rogue wave and you get some of that down your throat where you're coughing and gagging on it, you're basically drinking the piss of every single thing in the ocean. Enjoy.
You know, that's not the worst flavor I've tasted.
Wow. It's just that it is literally that. You are drinking the piss of everything in the ocean. That's why you're always sticky when you come out.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing in the ocean, but I don't come out sticky.
No, it's like you're well, in Galveston the water's not blue. It's brown because there's a lot of sandbar kick up.
Okay.
And then when you get out of the salt water and you're on the beach and your body naturally dries off from the heat, it leaves like a sticky residue behind. Like you feel gritty because I guess the salt content's pretty thick and it mixes with your sweat. It's gross. And they have like freshwater showers at the beach parks, you know, so before you get in the car, you rinse yourself off and you instantly feel like a layer of mung just came off. It's gross. Like I don't like going to Galveston anymore.
It's been about 20 years since I've been to an actual beach.
I like going there, but I don't like going in the water anymore. Not there, because I mean it's crappy. It's brown.
Yeah.
But you live in New York. You're like right next to a beach.
Where?
Doesn't New York have a beach?
The island does.
Not in the city. The island, Long Island has, yeah.
You got to remember, New York really doesn't have very much coastline. They have the island, which gives them most of their coastline.
You know the water that the boats go on when you look out the water when you're in Manhattan? That water, that's extremely unclean water. It's not even safe to like eat the fish out of there more than one or two.
Thanks. It has a rat.
You can't see into the water whatsoever, whether it was 1 foot or 100 feet. I'm not swimming in that shit.
Oh, you're gonna show me a bunch of holes in a dryer.
We've got squib and we got knives here. Hey,
What's up,
Knives?
Squib? Knives.
Knives, what's going on, man? You get your chocolate?
No.
Word.
I guess he's eating it now.
I think I hear
No.
Smeggy back there.
I got it muted. No, how about if I turn on the
Now I hear Squib.
All right.
Now I see things.
What's up, Squib?
It's that
Is that
dirt
the
road there.
No, this is not a road. This is Dusty's private personal shooting range.
Oh,
Look
nice.
at Dusty about to commence.
So is that Dusty's good enough gun range?
It's good enough. I think yell like. Oh, you're just ignoring me anyway.
Oh, there's
There better be
Smeggy.
a cooler bullet bear out there.
Good my Susan. It's 9 o'clock. Say hi, Ohio. Hey, guys.
What's up?
Is Smeggy going to make it for hit or miss tonight?
Hello, guys.
How you doing?
Tell Dusty to say hi again. We need proof of Dusty.
Hello.
There we go.
Well, that's not proof of Dusty.
Yeah, you're gonna have to at least show a hand. Oh,
I give
Chrono.
you a proof of Squib's bad aim. We already
Dusty.
got a casualty.
Dusty, give us some hand so we know it's you.
You hit the chrono?
There you go. Okay, that's Dusty.
Yeah, Dusty got the chrono set up and then I shot it.
That's funny.
Great.
What'd you shoot at it?
That's really funny.
22 Magnum? Yep. Magnum.
20 Magnum. Nice.
29. Yeah. All right, it's raining outside. Ooh.
By you?
Yeah.
We're back to shooting. So we just jump in.
Good luck.
Nice.
Wow, the connection out there wasn't that good, huh?
Well, he said he was out in the boonies.
That's true. I know it's a lot of people that say they're in the boonies. The reception is on and off all the time. I wonder if that's the like Dish Network they have, or do they have like regular cable or satellite?
G-Web said so. There really is a Dusty. That's funny coming from you, G-Webs. We all know you're secretly the Doberman that can talk, and that you, the guy that you have in your videos, is just your mute manservant. We all know.
It's the world's first ventriloquist Doberman.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking, John, with enough practice, I bet you could do a pretty passable Benjamin Netanyahu impression. Vocally.
Yeah, I haven't had that kind of accent in a long time. Wow.
I bet you could pull it off with a little practice.
I can do like the old Jewish man thing, you know, where they complain about, "Hey, my back, hey, what are they gonna do?"
Wow.
Hey, the cost of this pepper is too much.
Oy vey.
Hey, vey.
To complete the ensemble, you have to keep diamonds in your pocket.
Do you have any?
No, he has to put gold in his pocket. Remember.
Do you have any? I'm gladly accepting donations so I can do the impersonation properly.
Ask HVS. I'm sure he's got a lot of gold lying around.
Really? Shitcoin is not gold.
No, he's got actual gold too.
Oh, now we're talking.
I do like the way he described Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Even if I had money, that stuff is so volatile, I wouldn't dare risk. But that's just me.
Thing is, I mined Bitcoin a few years ago, and that was back before it had spiked up to like $1,000.
Right.
And it was only worth, each of my Bitcoins were only worth like $50 or $60.
Right.
So I got out of it. I got rid of my miner and everything. And then right after I did that, it spiked to like $900, $1,000 of Bitcoin.
Holy
I'm like,
crap.
motherfucker.
Yeah, but you don't know what it's going to do. You can't be upset at yourself for it.
Well, I was upset, but then I decided, you know what? At least I got my money back.
Yeah. Because it could have easily have gone the other way.
Yeah, I broke even. So, at that point, I didn't lose anything.
Right. But that goes to show you just how volatile it is when the surge spikes up 500%.
Absolutely.
Because once it goes down the other way, you're done.
Yeah. So, I'm glad I got out of it when I did. I mean, I still do Litecoin mining because you can still get money off of that. It's
Right.
It's not a 1-to-1 ratio, but you get more profit out of it than trying to make your money off of Bitcoin because you can't make one.
Right. If you had the money to start your own server, you'd get money from just those things going back and forth from everybody else. But
I already have my own. I have my own dedicated server, but I'm not going to use it for mining.
no, I'm saying if you had the money, you could make up your own server and go from there and just work on the trades people are doing that have to go through your server. You understand? But again, not everybody's willing to take certain risks. I'm not willing to take such a risk on something so volatile.
Because you can't get insurance for that kind of thing.
Right. Well, there's no backing for it. It doesn't really exist.
Yeah, so
Welcome to the .com bubble of the early 2000s.
yeah, no shit, right? So, but I don't put much stock in that stuff. I mean, I have some of it. I still do some of it, but the issue is it's not enough to where I'm losing my shirt off of.
Investing in Amazon about 4 years ago would have made you very rich.
Yes. If only we knew now. If only we knew then what we know now, right?
Well, Mark Cuban was actually his up and coming during the .com bubble. So from the Amazon thing, there's probably going to be another Mark Cuban success story.
I hope not.
I'll tell you who won't be successful. That Martin Shkreli guy. He's about to rot in jail.
Oh yeah.
Rightfully so.
Actually, they should take Mark Cuban with him.
I'm not a big fan of Mark Cuban.
No one is.
No.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm not a big fan of any of those people on the Shark Tank.
The woman's not too bad. I forgot her name.
Which one?
The old one or the cute one?
Something Cochran or whatever, the older one.
Oh, the old one. Yeah.
Only
She's
hear
not
the older
terrible.
women. So.
Oh,
No,
she
no,
had
no.
a when I
How
used
she
to work.
became rich.
When I used to work in the city.
Deborah Cochran, I think is her name.
Okay, when you used to work in the city, you went all dark on us.
He swallowed his mic.
Mayday, mayday, he swallowed his mic. He swallowed his mic.
You know who I don't see on gun channels a lot these days?
Who?
Huck.
Who?
Huck, the guy who makes the knives.
Oh yeah.
Him and
Wasn't
PBR.
he working on that PVC holster or something?
I don't know. I see him on Facebook all the time. Dude, his mic went to shit. I don't know what happened, but it's broke now. Back this shit up.
Maybe he didn't drink enough Kofifi.
Everybody sounds different. You sound like you're away from your keyboard.
I am.
There you go.
So nice. What's going on?
Nothing.
You didn't find a job or anything yet?
They don't,
No.
they don't fall out of the sky.
That sucks.
Someone said no.
Who said no?
One of them said no, and the other one said they're coming back.
Yeah, so that means no.
So that means no.
We still live in a society where it helps to know somebody on the inside.
Yeah.
Kind of sad.
But true.
Yeah. Time for lunch channels. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. Okay. There's rice in there. I know that. I feel it. It squishes under my finger. What else do we have today? Oh, I'm eating vegetarian today. Okay. I can get that.
I think I might need that paper to clear me, dude.
What do you mean?
So I can start working.
I think you need to apply for Social Security disability, temporarily, since you're not medically cleared to work, but you need the money. Like your needs are a legit reason for it. The system was designed for people in your situation. So
Yeah.
take it while you can. I think it's called temporary benefits or something like that. But I mean, if you got bills to pay and shit, and you're not medically cleared to work, then that's the alternative you go to. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay. You don't have that in here. I managed to find soy sauce, but only enough for today. It is what it is. These are all, yeah, this is all hot sauce. There we go. Definitely eating vegetarian today. Oh, loud. There. You've been around for years? No kidding. I remember seeing him on here before. I just don't remember how long it's been. It's been a while. It's definitely been a while.
Anything in the news today?
No, it's been pretty quiet, actually. Very surprised.
Nobody got arrested yet?
No.
Mhm. No, Hillary is still free.
Damn.
Testing.
Yep. That's better.
Okay. I was on another browser, so I had to switch browsers. It wasn't working well with the chat. Knives, are you near a border town?
Fuck you.
Are you near a border town?
Go fuck yourself.
He's in Long Beach.
I'm asking you a legitimate question.
Nah, I live 30 minutes off LA.
Okay, drive next to your nearest border town and go over there, and the people at the border just tell them you're illegal. Come back into the country, and they'll do all the paperwork for you. You'll have Social Security benefits within a week.
No, I think Knives was right the first time. That's that. No, dude.
No, because the government, these idiot liberals are giving it to everybody, anybody and everybody, and their dogs coming in right now immediately. Why shouldn't Knives get it? He needs it. He's American. He needs it.
Because Knives has honor.
Yeah. No one said he didn't.
I wouldn't go that far.
And he's a little damn greedy with that chocolate, but you know.
Well, you know, you got to have the good with the bad.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you got to play the liberal to get what you need. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
Everybody has their vices.
I can't play the liberal. I can't get my head that far up my ass.
Knives' vice is chocolate and old cars.
And infidels.
Chocolate infidels.
Do you get
No,
those
no, that's the infidels.
do you get those chocolate infidels at Safeway or Albertsons?
Nah, usually, sometimes they have them on sale, the Snickers bite size, and they just put them in the freezer.
Oh man, that sounds delicious.
I don't need very much of them, you know. They say chocolate is good for you, so fuck it.
Safeway is what, like a 7-Eleven?
No.
No. It's like a Randall's or an Albertsons.
And what's a Randall's and Albertsons?
Grocery stores.
Oh, okay. The only thing that I'm familiar with that they have in other states is Aldi's, ALDI.
We just got those.
Okay. One guy in the prepping community was on a chat the other night, so I subscribed to his channel, and it looked like he bought out the entire Aldi.
Oh my god.
Like his whole floor was literally everything you would find on the shelves. Literally everything you would normally find on the shelves.
I just bit into a fucking serrano pepper. Holy shit.
Nice.
Oh.
Take another bite, see what happens.
No, I just ate the whole pepper. Oh god.
Well, there's got to be
Wasn't ready for
another.
that.
There's got to be another pepper in there.
Oh yeah, I wasn't prepared for that though. Holy shit!
It'll clear out your sinuses real quick.
It just set my throat on fire. Awful.
I'm hoping you don't get heartburn from it.
Yeah. I will get a buzz off of it though. Holy shit! Awesome.
No,
Really
when she does the peppers and refried beans with the serrano, let it fry for a little bit.
Yeah,
Then she
let 'em
puts the refried
concentrate.
beans. Yeah. Then she puts the beans in there, and then she, after a while, you smush them down and make refried beans.
Does she cut up the serranos nice thin slices, or like put in like whole pieces?
Put like 3 or 2 whole pieces,
Oh wow.
just without the stem.
Yep, that's gonna be hot.
Oh,
You got meal.
Yep.
all better.
So that was the highlight of your day, huh?
Hey, Knives, let me ask you something. Have you ever been to a Fry's grocery store?
Grocery store? No, they're more up in the good areas, like in LA.
All right. Well, if you've been to a Fry's grocery store, I would have told John that, like Kroger's.
What's Kroger's?
It's another grocery store.
Mm.
They're all over in the north.
They're up in the uppity areas.
They're probably in Long Island or upstate, but I don't know if there's any in the city, honestly.
Hold on. I got this guy. You know what a bodega is, right?
Yeah, we got those every other 3 feet.
There you go. I win.
Woo! What do you win though?
I don't know. Another life.
You win lice? Why would you want lice?
Life.
Oh. Well, why would you want that stuff in your hair?
Oh God.
Damn it, John.
Yes, sir.
What the hell?
It's a good question. Why would he want lice in his hair? I don't know. Damn, my garbage can smells like a shitload of salad. So I had to go back to last week's story to understand exactly what this week's story was, but it was pretty good. On Matt's chat.
I wanted to hear find names than everybody else's. I hate when he does one shit.
Which one?
Matt Chat. I like when he does like 2 of them.
Yeah, it was a long one though, and he talked forever about the stupid Game of Thrones. They talked about that for like an hour.
I gotta watch that shit.
You ought to.
You ought to. It's good.
No thanks, I'm good.
Also, Sean,
Hmm?
you know how we were talking about adventure games before?
Yeah.
You ever play any of the Broken Sword games?
No.
Those are pretty good.
What's a Broken Sword game?
It's an adventure game.
Okay.
PC.
Like Zelda?
No, that's NES.
So the game is not
Started back in
similar
like
at all.
96.
So the game is not similar to Zelda at all.
No, it's
No.
an adventure game. Zelda is more of a action game.
Well, it's an adventure, but I mean,
Action
it's
adventure.
different.
Okay.
Which one was the game where you go around with your friends and play around play as a witch, a man, a hunter, and shit like that?
That's Diablo.
No, it's another game on Xbox. Back in the day.
Don't know. I don't play Xbox.
You go to different realms and shit like that.
Gauntlet?
Yes, I love that game, dude.
I just guessed.
Look who's back from the reloader supply.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, Rick?
Did you really go?
No,
Okay. I was just joking about that earlier.
I'm going tomorrow. I called them up though.
Yep.
They got
What do they say?
They got what I need. So,
What's up, Rick?
hey, John.
How you doing?
Did you ask them to hold it for you?
No, they said they have plenty of it.
Okay. So they have enough so some asshole can't come along and buy it all out.
On my way.
Yeah, you would, Sean.
Some guy named Phil just came by and just got the whole load.
Yeah, what is Foose doing that far north and east?
That's where they had all of the cheaper.
Hey, John, missed you Saturday on my show.
Miss you too. I was actually sleeping because I had a bad night.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah, so I woke up around 2 o'clock, and then I had to go to the doctor.
Not a problem.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Hell yeah, John fell asleep in the chat, dude.
Oh yeah, you got a chat napper badge.
John is a master napper.
I woke up like an hour later, and you guys were offline already. I'm like, what the hell? I woke up and I was like, where did everybody go? I thought it was like 5 minutes, literally. And everybody was gone and the chat was down.
Everybody left you.
You fell asleep in the chat, huh, John?
Yeah. I thought I only like dozed off for like 5 minutes, but when I woke up, everybody was gone.
Yeah, so the patch is on the way.
Yeah, sometimes it catches up to you, you know?
Oh, yeah.
The weird part is I didn't even feel sleepy. It just, you know.
Sometimes these guys can bore you.
Well, no, I have fun with you guys. You guys are awesome. I always enjoy you guys. So.
I do too.
Hey, Sean.
Hmm?
When you have a time, check your PMs on the gun channels. There's some Caymans right there. I put up.
That ain't gonna happen for me for a while.
Nah, just check it out.
I see Korea's just said he's got nukes. He's going to use them.
Well, we knew that.
Do it. Start World War III.
Hey, you want to hear something really funny? Something that they don't tell you on the news.
What?
There is a process that a world leader who's going to do missile and rocket tests contact NATO, and they put out a bulletin, right, to warn people that they're going to fire missiles on a certain day at a certain time at a certain distance at a certain location to make sure that there's nobody in the area, right? Did you know up until this point, every time North Korea fired a missile test, they complied with NATO's rules and did that? But they're not telling you that. Yep, but they're not telling you that. Every time they've called and said, we're going to do this on this day, in this direction, at this location.
Yeah.
They actually comply.
Why? But they just don't want them to have the nukes.
No, it's because we're trying to sell the world the fact that this guy's out, off his rocker and we're supposed to take him out and everything. But when it came to his actual missile test, he's following the rules.
Oh, yeah.
Not saying we shouldn't take him out anyway, but
He's already on his own, showing the world that he's crazy.
pretty much.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that dude to take himself out with one of the
I
nukes.
mean, he killed his
Can't you go
half
back
brother. He killed his uncle. I mean, what the hell?
Well, it wasn't really his brother; it was a half brother.
Well, still, killing anyone in your family means you're fucking insane.
Amen
Well,
to
if you
that.
don't know them, you don't know them.
Well, that's still,
But now you don't even have a chance to know them.
yeah, that's the point.
You know what I always thought about that dude? Since he was here in America, he must be playing Counter-Strike and shit.
Oh, that is
No,
pretty
maybe
nice.
StarCraft.
All he's doing is keeping it for his line of the family to stay in control, but he doesn't lose it.
That's a Carrera S.
Well, whatever the case, a dictator's a dictator's a dictator.
Yep.
Even what's the name told him today that or what you call it, Secretary of State. What's his name?
Yep.
Said to him today,
It's in the name. Dictator means
Yeah.
he's a dick.
get rid of the missiles, and we're still talking to you. Yeah.
Hey, Sean, you saw that?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh well.
It's the right color. Price is good too. Like I don't care about the title situation if it was put back together properly. So that's why it's so cheap.
Oh, did you read the link? Nice strike.
What?
Did you read that link on Whataburger?
No, I didn't.
He's the second person asking that.
Did somebody post the link?
No. Yeah, I did. The 10 fun facts about Whataburger and the fact that North Carolina and South Carolina don't have one. They have a fake one.
They have one with the same name, but it's not the same company.
Yeah.
Now, why is it called Whataburger?
It's not water.
It's
That's
Wada.
what foreigners who've never had one call it. Or Texans. Okay. It's made here and we call it that too, actually.
Because I keep hearing water.
No, we call it that too. It's a Texas-ism, I guess. Because it's so juicy.
I'm originally from Arizona, and we had that in.
I think they have them there.
Yeah, they have them in. They had more than a couple locations years ago, but now I think they only got like 1 or 2 locations in Phoenix.
I think Oklahoma City's the farthest.
You keep saying you're from Arizona.
Here we go.
Rick, don't finish that sentence.
I mean, like Obama, we want to see the birth certificate.
Motherfucker says he's from Detroit. And fuck that one up too.
I can't claim a state. I came from a different country. But I was born on U.S. property, so I'm still a citizen.
Same here.
You fucking birthers.
I was born on American soil, on a military
Same
base.
here. I was born in an Army hospital.
I swear to God, you guys are worse than Trump going after Obama.
Yeah, but I wouldn't look good in a bowler hat. Rick would look natural in one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's got the mustache for it, I'll tell you that.
Rick would ball a bowler hat.
Yep.
He would look awesome.
Oh, there's 3 in Jacksonville? Shit, I'm going to Jacksonville.
See, if we do that Gun Channel Secret Santa thing, I'm going to send Rick a bowler hat.
Make sure to get his hat size first.
Hey, Rick, what's your hat size?
Right.
Hell, I don't know.
All right, get us a measurement, okay?
Rick, if he sends you a bowler hat, I'll send you a Soviet furry hat.
And I'll send you a cane. One
I
of
want a
those
new
fancy.
Shanka.
What, Sean?
I want a new Shanka.
Yeah, you're already a Russian spy. We know you want one.
Just double agent.
What's the cane you carry around when you walk around with a bowler hat?
Cane.
Okay.
Just a regular cane? Okay, I'll get him a cane.
Oh, we got one.
Ah, you got to get a
I
fancy
walk with
one.
one all the time.
You got to get a fancy one that matches the bowler hat. Come on,
Okay.
you got to do it proper, you know.
I'm surprised Rick doesn't have a cane sword.
Maybe he does.
There you go.
No, I want a cane gun though.
I
one, too.
can't help you with that.
Well, yeah, of course. You're in New York.
Yeah.
Actually, the bowler hat was the hat of choice for outlaws here in the Old West.
What are you saying? Charlie Chaplin was a.
It
Wild
wasn't the
West?
Stetson. It wasn't the 10-gallon hat. The choice for villains was a bowler hat.
So
Well,
Charlie Chaplin was a villain?
except in that one series with that that guy named Bruce Campbell.
Who's that?
$10?
Wasn't there a picture of actually a real picture of Butch Cassidy in the bowler?
Yep.
Yeah,
$10, dude. Really?
They were proud of them, too.
$10 for what?
They were quite expensive.
A Whataburger?
I tell you what, to get a bowler hat made today costs you hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Damn.
This is the picture.
There's a place in London that makes them, and they still have every hat because they're all handmade, and and every person who's had their head measured, they still have it, even from kings and queens from hundreds of years ago. They still have the mold.
Nothing in their heads, but at least their heads are covered proper.
Yeah,
Yeah, hats are kind of pricey these days from what they used to.
Yeah. Even like what's his name had a real one. What's his name from Laurel and Hardy?
Right.
I mean, they still have his measurements over there. You know, they used to make them out of wood. It was like loose pieces. It was like, it's hard to explain, but they would put it on the head and they would tighten it down to get the shape of the head, and they would make the hat with that. It's kind of fascinating, really, to watch it.
I think Billy the Kid wore what was called a Billy the Kid wore what was called a high peak Stetson.
Stetson, that's it.
Stetson.
I want to get this T-shirt. I put it in the side chat. The internal.
Yeah, it was a high peak Stetson.
Which one?
Billy the Kid's hat.
Are they all say the same thing?
Bowler.
Oh, your imaginary friend?
To a point.
Yeah. And it's $15. They're cheap.
Wait, the Kingsman Taylor is real? I didn't know that. I'm legitimately asking that. I did not know that.
I'll put the link in for the website that sells them for $15.
I wonder Whataburger
It
for
is.
$10.
On Savile Row.
Don't
of
they have
course.
one in California?
No.
Really?
That's some Texas shit.
Oh, shit, that was quick. All right. Back to work. That went faster than I thought.
The closest Whataburger near me is in Florida. Is in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the closest one near me too.
Yo, I got a question. Why do all New Yorkers go to Florida?
I don't
Oh,
know.
you mean like you're talking about Boca, aren't you?
In every movie, every New Yorker or a monster goes to Florida.
Well, no. There's a caveat to that. A lot of Jewish New Yorkers move to Boca Raton, or they go to St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands.
Well, back in the day, before that, it was instead of them all going to Florida, it was Myrtle Beach.
Was it?
Yeah.
It's too damn hot.
I've heard that before. I have heard that before.
Murder Beach.
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
It's too damn hot over there.
John, you love South Carolina. You know why?
Why?
You
Hurricanes.
could actually buy guns.
And you don't sweat your balls off as much as Florida.
You can sit out.
No, you
Actually,
still sweat your balls off as much as Florida.
I don't like sweating my balls off. It smells bad.
Well, do
send them to
you
the Outer Banks.
Well, John, it's either you sweat your balls off and have firearms, or you don't and you stay in New York.
And your balls still stink like crap.
Yeah.
It's the humidity. I don't know why people move to Florida.
Because people like, the whole fact that it's Florida.
It never gets cold. That's why.
Yeah. Which is not true. It gets cold in Florida too.
Very rarely, but yeah, it does. I've seen orange fields actually freeze in Florida, but it's very rare.
Yeah. They said it never got cold in South Carolina, and then the winter started happening.
I'll tell you where it never ever gets cold. The Keys.
Florida Keys.
Florida Keys.
Never cold.
Yeah, but
ever.
it's still humid.
Because you're on an island. But you have sea breeze. It pushes the
Tropical.
humidity around.
Hot
pushes.
Hot air, humid air, it's all nasty.
John, you say that, but when you can wear flip-flops, shorts, and you don't have to have a shirt, you can just lounge in a chair all day, you'll be happy.
Yeah, you don't want to see me without a shirt and flip-flops.
Are you saying that you look like Krispy Kreme?
Krispy Kreme.
I've lost a lot of weight, but I need to lose more.
Krispy Kreme.
Oh, you're getting that guy shit.
I never understood why those donuts were so famous.
Krispy Kreme donuts?
Yeah, I never understood what the big deal.
We could always call him Duncan Christie.
Well, they were here. We had Krispy Kreme in Houston, and then they disappeared for a while, and then they came back. But the reason they left and came back is because they weren't nearly as popular as Shipley's.
That's also a donut shop?
Yup.
Okay.
Well, let me guess. Do they have Tim Hortons up there in New York?
Tim, what is
I know
that,
the
like a
name,
burger
but I don't
place?
know if we have anything like that here.
Yeah, Tim Hortons is actually a Canadian donut place. It's the one that Bob always likes.
Let me see. I'll Google it.
But I heard they were starting to branch out in the United States, too.
Yeah, in the city. In Jamaica and in the city. Jamaica, Queens, and the city, they have one.
Yeah.
In Manhattan.
Because I had heard they said they were starting to branch out in the United States, and they were starting in New York first, I believe.
Well, they have them on my end of communism.
Yeah, you should go try them. I hear they're even better than Dunkin' Donuts and Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, they're both like an hour away from me in either direction. So yeah, that's not worth it.
Well, maybe when you're going somewhere on the way or something.
Yeah, I don't usually go in either of those directions. So yeah, I'm good. But thanks for the offer.
Well, just keep it in mind, man.
You're gonna end up in Vermont.
One is 4 miles away from me, and one is 7 miles away.
That's it?
Far.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Hey, dude, there's a truck already in there. Why are you gonna back in and fucking block him, dipshit? I hate seasonal rig drivers. I really hate them.
Raphael is asking, John,
in.
what is your discount at that Chinese restaurant?
Which one?
It depends on how many stray cats he sneaks in.
I'm pretty sure there aren't any more stray cats because
It's like-
they're already in the restaurant.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you did very good. This is fine, cat.
We give you 2% off.
This will make at least four entree. You did good, Quilo.
my lean good fuck.
Oh, boy.
I can do that because I'm Asian, so y'all are racist, but I can get away with it.
Yeehaw!
Well, you really can't do that because you're Korean, not
No,
Chinese.
we're not splitting that hair.
We are
All
going to
Asian hair
split
is
that
thick.
hair.
Yeah, you're not real Asian.
All Asian hair is thick, so we don't.
You're not
split it.
real Asian.
I get away with it. Actually, shit, I forgot his name now. Something Burns. Anyway,
Technically get away with it. My dad has slanted eyes.
People constantly ask me if I'm Chinese or Mexican.
because you're shaped like Buddha.
No, because of my eyes.
No. See, my grandmother was half Filipino, half American. I'm just going to say American because Her family was weird, but the thing is, my grandmother looked like she was full Filipino, even though she was only half. And my dad has the slanted eyes. He doesn't have the skin color or anything, though.
I've gone into Asian restaurants and I've had the Asian servers come up to me and start asking me if I want something in Asian, in whatever language they were speaking.
You have to say, "Speak English."
Or I could say to them, "No habla español."
That would work too.
I have Spanish people coming up to me all the time and start talking to me in Spanish, and I'm looking around like, is someone behind me?
Yeah.
I mean, I know I can speak a little, so I can at least reply to them and let them know that.
Yeah.
I- but
If you
that's
go into
about
a Chinese food restaurant and they do that, you just need to tell them, "English, please."
English.
English.
Like, oh, what's the guy from South Park? The shitty walk.
Shitty Walk.
Shitty walk.
I love that City Wall episode where they asked him to build a wall for them.
Oh yeah, and they have the little horses running up to the wall.
No, they apparently Mongolians showed up on horses and were trying to attack the wall.
Oh, and they only came every time the wall went up. They only came to destroy the wall.
Yeah.
That was funny.
It's like, he's like, "Goddamn Mongolians always trying to destroy my shitty wall." Oh, South Park.
That's actually one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, mine too.
I like that World of Warcraft one.
I like the World of Warcraft one, but I also like the whole Pokemon one thing too.
I ain't get a chance to see that one.
The Pokemon one where it's like, I must destroy the evil power and then go to Pearl Harbor and bomb Pearl Harbor.
The best anything South Park was when the internet went down.
Wow.
You remember that?
Yeah.
It's ectoplasm.
There's also another one where the South Park was dealing a few seasons ago. South Park was dealing with an internet troll, and everybody thought it was Cartman. So they literally destroyed all of his electronics, thinking that it's Cartman, and it keeps happening. And they're like, "Oh shit, it's not Cartman."
My other favorite one is where the alien comes out of Cartman's ass, goes in an ass.
That's the
out of
first
his
episode,
ass.
isn't it?
I don't know.
Dude, alien stuff stuck up your ass.
And then it's an alien that comes out of it and goes back in his ass, that comes out of his ass. That was hysterical.
Yo, that one when the internet goes down, the old man at the end, he's the first one to send out an email.
Yeah.
I forget what he says. He took a picture of his jug. And he sent it to his friend, "You fucking faggot."
Fucking Stan's dad blowing like a mega load in that trailer was hilarious. Like, what the hell was that noise? Oh my god! It's ectoplasm.
As Tony would say, guns. Well, bring one up. Talk about one.
Well, okay, so we did the bowler hat was the headgear of choice for outlaws, right?
Hold on. No. It was a sombrero, 4570 bandolier on both sides,
See, now you're just talking about like caballeros.
and a Schofield, and 2 Schofields on the side.
I can live with Schofields. That's cool. Faster than that single action army.
I love how that break action worked out.
Just wasn't very strong. But I mean, it was strong enough. The fucking Webley worked. Of course, that was a 455. Kind of down on power compared to ACP.
Is that showing up on the screen share?
What do you? No, nothing is showing up yet.
Sometimes it takes a little while, so just click the screen share and leave it up for like 20 seconds or so. Maybe it'll update.
Because
Show us.
I'm showing them. It's a picture of the That wooden machine I was talking about where you make your bowler hats with.
Oh, yeah, it's not coming up.
What?
It's not coming up.
Am I doing it wrong?
Yes.
Click screen share, and then you have to pick the window to share.
That's what I did. I hit wings, then I picked. Yeah.
That Schofield's is actually a pretty nice revolver.
Oh well. That's the end of that one. Ah.
There you go. That's the right one. Yeah, it's got those little fingers that push out to shape the side, or
Yeah.
hit the side and shape it.
I mean, I don't know if I'm waiting. There's another. That's how they used to do it.
That's for a flat brim there, isn't it?
Yeah. That's for the bowler there, I think.
Why are they making the guy bunny ears?
You can still do it that way.
With bunny ears?
No, it's how they custom fit a hat to each person's individual.
Yeah, for a bowler hat.
That looks like it hurts.
No. They set the fingers outward, so it eventually takes the right shape.
Oh, so those things aren't actually poking into your skull?
No.
Okay.
They
This is
just
like a
touch.
clutch plate.
Like they just touch.
It's like a clutch plate.
Yeah. So anyway, let me get rid of
The
that.
bowler head trap.
All right, where am I going? Screen sharing. I want to get rid of screen sharing. Is it gone now?
Perfect.
All right.
All right.
Learn something new every day.
Giggity.
Let's see. I've only got about 75
Took you long enough.
bullets left here.
What the hell?
75? You're out of bullets.
Yeah.
All I got left is in my little folder here next on my. I said I gotta go get some. I only got 1,000 primers left too.
As Big Daddy Hoffman says,
100. One little pack left.
You're out of primers.
I'm hurting.
that Schofield is a pretty nice revolver.
What's up, Scotty? On your back, man.
Yeah, you can get some nice repros for like $800 to $1,000.
They look like they're pretty solid guns.
They are. It's just the hinging part isn't. I mean, the repros are strong because they're made out of better metals. So I mean, they're not a problem.
So what did you say was the issue?
The hinge.
Oh, the hinge where it
the
opens
locking
up.
part of it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the weak point.
Well, from what I see, the hinge looks like it's right over the sight.
It is.
Really?
It's part of the sight.
Well, when the gun blows back, wouldn't that force the sight to unhinge?
No, because it's a revolver. The casing just smacks against the recoil shield in the back. And that part's not part of the hinged part.
Okay,
the part's the top strap.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. Hopefully that strap is solid.
It's not. That's why there's a hinge
Yeah.
and a thing. That's where it's the weakest.
So that's held up with a spring.
No, the only part that's spring loaded is the ejection star on the cylinder.
Hey, Too Hottie, you there?
He's here. His mic's not working yet.
What's up, Too Hottie? What's up, Raph?
I'm driving, so I got background noise and shit.
Hey, Too Hottie, I'm sorry about that earlier. I did not know that it would kick you out forever. I thought it would just, just boot you and you could come back in.
Excuses. Get him, Too Hottie.
All right, dude, I just got one thing to say. I mean, you're going to embrace that in other chats. You got to embrace it all the way around. You can't get all fucking pissed off. Can't get all fucking pissed off and do that shit.
Yeah, but
You're
you also
making
have to realize there is such a thing as stretching the joke a tad too far and learning when to kill the joke.
It is selling
Well,
fluids.
if you want it killed, fucking kill it. That's your job to fucking kill it. And kill it.
How do I kill it? I've been trying to kill it.
Pew, pew, pew. Hey, what did I miss? What did you do? What did you do?
No.
Pew 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 pew.
John, shut up.
Nothing. It's done. It's all fucking over with.
It's over with.
Ain't nothing.
Ain't no thing like a chicken ring.
But I looked it up because I was wondering why you weren't coming back, and apparently Google does not let someone who gets kicked out of a chat back in until you start a new chat. So I started another one just so you could get back in.
There you go.
So let it be known, I am not anti-hottie. I'm just anti-attitude.
Yeah, you like them chunky ones. You're anti-hottie.
I'm holding back a joke here.
Yeah, I know, Sean. I know.
Like you
You're
said,
pro
that,
chunky.
like something in my brain just went. So where were we?
Too Hottie was pounding on Jonas.
That sounds like a Danielle Steele book in the making. Just gonna restart her career with that one.
I don't think so.
Yeah, very no. Okay. We are. Let's see. We're 3 months away from Wanamaker.
August, September, October. Yeah, 3 months. Yeah.
Have we been saving our pennies?
I'm still contemplating it.
No, dude. You have to decide now because you have to start putting money away for it.
Yeah, I'm whatever little I'm able to get, I'm putting away. So I still have time to decide.
I'm 3 days away from my fucking shooting anniversary.
Yeehaw! So who's at Dusty's place now? Just those two?
And Squid.
Oh, that's it?
It's because they're all relatively close to one another.
Oh, okay.
We lost to Raphael.
Yeah, we lost Raphael.
He'll find his way back.
He wasn't booted out.
He has cat scratch fever.
Dun, dun, dun,
Oh, God,
dun,
somebody always does that. You say the song
Yo.
and someone will hum it.
Yo, Knives, you said something to me when I jumped in. What'd you say?
How's your back, man?
Oh, man. It's fucked. Nothing new.
What happened to your back?
He has a chronic repeating issue with his back.
Oh, like degenerative or?
Militarily incorrected, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, yeah. Sorry,
No,
Too
it's
Hottie.
degenerative. It's
They'll
gunshot
break
wound
quick.
and then went to work way too soon after that and fucked my neck up. So it's neck, shoulder, back, everything.
Yeah, I feel you. Sorry about that. You take it easy though, right?
Do the best I can.
Roger that.
Fucking live though.
Knives is too proud to go get short-term disability. Even though he
needs to work on that. He needs to work on that since his doctor says he cannot fucking work. So
exactly
he needs to go apply for SSI, Supplemental Security Income.
And he needs to do it as soon as possible because it's a long process.
It's a fucking damn long process.
See that, Knives? None of us are gonna pick on you for it. We just keep encouraging you to go do it. It's the bitch in the Bentley that shows up with a $20,000 a month Lone Star card we have a problem with.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that shit, man.
Nah, mostly Beamers and Mercedes.
I was at my Social Security office one time, and there was a family of 7 coming out of a Eddie Bauer edition, some kind of vehicle. It was like a massive ass truck, probably around $90,000. All coming in for Social Security.
Well, I should take a picture of the office. It's one street over from my shop here. It's a block south of me. Every day, dude. Mercedes, Lincolns, Jags, Beamers, all in the lot. Everyone's standing in line. I just shake my head. Like one dude, I saw him step out of I think it was an E350 coupe, which is not a cheap car. And he was holding one phone up against his shoulder to talk, and he was texting on a second one.
At the Social Security office?
Yep, while standing in line.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus, really?
This system needs to be shut the fuck down and restarted.
Let's just shut it down and leave it shut down.
No, the people paying into it need it. Though, but
No,
stop. Quit fucking supporting motherfuckers.
Just cut them a check. Everybody who's put in, cut them one lump sum check.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, let them sort it out themselves.
That's a good idea.
You know, there was life before Social Security, before the 1930s. People bought within their means. They budgeted. They were responsible. And they built this country. Imagine that.
You're right about that.
Now everyone's got their goddamn handout. And they're like, where's mine? Where's mine?
And and it seems like the less you do in this country, the more you get, the easier you get it.
I try to do as little as possible. I'm not making shit for it, though. You get what you put in, right?
Yeah, right about that. Or at least it should be that way.
So anyway.
Oh, by the way, I just wanted to tell you did a good job with the reloading thingy.
Thanks.
The video.
That was like super impromptu. I was sitting there looking at the chat, right? And I'm like, nobody's doing the lobby today. And then Rick did his show. And I'm like, okay, people will jump in for Rick's show because they know what's coming. So I thought, okay, lobby is a bit random. So I'm like, you know what? I've got this brass left. I could probably get, this is the last chance I'm going to try to load bullets for Jimmy that I'm going to ship it out. I know why the other three didn't make it to him. So it was okay. I was like, I'm going to do it live. And then this Saturday, I'm going to probably do 44 Magnum. Which if Tony was here, that would probably tickle his fancy a bit. He'd be like, oh, about time. I can load a real caliber. Some bullshit.
The only thing I thought maybe you could do is put the camera facing directly on the table.
Straight down?
Yeah. Well, not straight down, but like an angle down towards you, and the center of that would be the table of your work.
You gotta have a boom or something to do that, though.
Yeah, because the only thing that was my phone that I filmed that from.
Right.
So I just set it on my computer table, and I put a bunch of things under it to kind of get the elevation right. But I mean, it's an iPhone. There's nothing I can grab it on with,
Oh no, it's just a suggestion. I don't know what kind of equipment you have. I was just suggesting it. I wasn't saying it was bad.
I thought about getting a 1080p HDMI like webcam type thing.
Right.
But I guess I could. I'll probably do it later.
I mean, you could. I mean, you don't have to get like the most expensive thing. I mean, there are affordable ones.
What I really could use is I could use an HDMI capture card because then I can just plug my GoPro into that.
Oh, you got a GoPro? Oh, that's cool.
I've got a Hero, was it the Hero Black 4 or something like that? So I got it like a little over a year ago. That's what I do most of my videos with.
Oh, okay. Foos was showing me
fisheye lens.
Yeah, months ago, Foos was explaining to me when he got his Hero 4 or 5, whichever one he got, and they seem to work pretty decent. I'm sure if you have a tripod, you can get it at that angle.
I got that too.
Yeah, like the Gorilla tripod, I guess they call it, the Gorilla, something like that.
It's huge.
Yeah,
it's weighted. It's got a plumb line weight and everything.
So it just, again, I wasn't saying it was bad. It was just an idea,
Yeah. It's just with that one, I can't move my phone in certain places. So, I mean, that's the only reason why it came out that way. Matter of fact, I definitely have to record the Model 10 video tonight. Just to get it out of the way. I'll go for that one. I need a new video editing software too, because mine only does 1080 by 30. It's really annoying.
1080 by 30. How did they get that calculation?
1080p, 30 frames a second.
On your GoPro?
No, the program I use when I compile the video.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant on the GoPro. I was like, what the hell?
No, the GoPro will do 1080 by 60.
Yeah.
It'll do 4K, actually. Fine.
Nice.
I need to change the lens, though. I gotta get that fisheye out of it. I hate that. I don't even know why they fucking put that there.
I didn't even know you could change it.
That's what it came with, was a fisheye?
Yeah, it's kind of domed. So it's like extreme distances, you get a fisheye effect, and I have to edit that out.
Oh, it's automatic?
It came with it. It's a fixed lens, but I think you can change them.
No, I'm saying it makes a fisheye effect automatically?
Yeah, because the glass is curved.
Oh, okay.
And if I put it in its little waterproof case, that's flat, but it doesn't counteract the curved lens. We have a Clover tank.
Yay!
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, I've been listening, and you guys were talking about some type of an overhead rig.
Like on a boom, I guess. I think that's what he's talking about.
I built mine out of PVC.
See?
You use like a hook clamp?
Yeah, no, it's like a U frame, and then you use 3 like electrical boxes,
right?
And half inch. Is it half inch or 3/4? Holy Jesus! Maybe it's 3/4 inch. Anyway, PVC will slide right through the holes on that.
Right.
Let me see if I can. Let me pull up the pictures.
I was gonna say, even if you had a cheap 2x2 or a 2x4, you could use like those U-shaped hooks with the nuts and bolts.
Oh yeah, yeah. And when you do your well, son of a crap, what the heck? And then when you do your like a cell phone, if you're using a cell phone, I mean, they make the tripod adapters, tripod screws just 1/4 by 20, thread. So I mean, easy to get at the store. Let's see, I've got a blog post somewhere. Here it is. Shows my overhead rig. The picture sucks.
That looks like a decent picture.
But you see how it's framed out, and then you've got 2. I guess this is bigger. These are half inch, maybe. Yeah, these are half inch. But see how you got 3 electrical boxes, and then the center one has in the middle has that 1/4 by 20 screw in it, so that you can screw into your camera or any other type of tripod mount, and then this will slide back and forth too.
Yeah, the mounted screw area they actually sell. You could just buy that itself.
Well, yeah, you could put a. My intentions eventually is actually to put a. I'm just lazy. It hadn't broken down and spent the money, but my intention is to put a tripod mount thing on here, like a quick mount.
Right.
That way I can go from my tripods or whatever. I don't have to keep taking the little adapters off my cameras.
Okay.
I can just basically unhook them and clip them on there and go. But you could make this bigger. I mean, this is made to go on my little island bench in my man cave, and that's why it's the size it is. But I mean, you could make it wider or whatever. And then it's hard to see, like I said, because this picture is so small. But this right here is a T, and my microphone goes into that T.
Oh, nice.
So, and then you can, it's actually, it's got a bigger collar on this side. I honed it out. I honed a T out. That's what I did here, to where this will slide up and down, and you can barely see it, but there's a thumb screw right here that you can tighten up, you know, and loosen, so you can raise and lower this, and swivel it, however you need to do to get your mic where, you know, wherever it needs to be.
Right.
And this is just because of the mic I use. I mean, if you were using the camera mic or whatever, it being right overhead like that, if you had a camera mic that worked pretty decent, it would be okay. But in here, I have the AC running, so I really need my directional mic for that. So anyway, and I mean, it's cheap to build. So
Probably
Anyway.
you probably get, even if you go smaller than 3/4, even if you do 1/2 inch, you could probably get away with under $20, right?
you're gonna get away under $20, I think, anyway, regardless of what you go with.
I'm
Um,
saying if you want like a smaller setup, you could probably do 1/2 inch or and 1/4 inch in certain places.
Yeah, it just depends on how sturdy you want it. You know,
Yeah.
the bigger it is, the sturdier it's going to be. I'm looking. I think, yeah, the runners on the top are 1/2 inch, and they have to be to fit those holes. But the actual frame, I think mine is 1.25 inches. I think it's what my frame is made out of.
What you have is to be portable, so you can go inside and outside, probably.
Yeah. The whole idea was for it to be light, and none of it's glued together. So I mean, it all comes apart. So I mean, it can come apart. You can throw it in a duffel bag or whatever. You could actually take it somewhere.
Oh, nice.
So, you know, if you were on the road, and I mean, even if we're in like, let's say like, you know, G running around or something, and he wanted to do like a bench video. Well, most motel rooms and things like that, you know, have tables. And I mean, you could even do it in a restaurant. I mean, people would probably be looking at you weird, but you know, you could break it out on the restaurant table if you wanted to, you know, and set it up. So, yeah, the whole idea was for it to be portable. I've never used it anywhere else, but you know, I thought, well, you know, instead of having a permanent structure, if it was portable, then I could always take it out to my range benches or something like that if I needed to.
Roger that.
So yeah, that's the only reason I jumped on. I've been listening for a while, doing some stuff here, and you were talking about that, and I thought, well,
I think that's brilliant. That looks awesome.
All right, Sean.
sometimes
We'll wait for
sometimes
your
simple works, you know.
Yep.
Sean,
Scotty hit the button on his phone to turn the camera on before he stuck it in his pocket.
Sean, we're expecting a video of you making something for yourself as far as a setup.
You want me to engineer shit?
But just so you know, I mean that is a fairly original idea. That particular one. However, the other stuff that was in the picture there, not necessarily so much. There's a channel called the Frugal Filmmaker. I don't know if any of you guys have followed that, but when it comes to camera gear, be it camera dollies and all kinds of things like that, he's got some pretty awesome videos. I don't think he makes anything hardly any more content. It's old stuff, but it's all made out of like PVC and like hardware components and stuff for the most part. So I'll give you a good idea on some cheap things to get you by. You know, he's even got the gimbals, like some homemade gimbals and things like that he's made.
That is definitely something I need.
Yeah, it makes a difference. I haven't built one yet, but especially for videos if you're walking or there's any kind of movement, you know, it works really well.
The gimbals are pricey, right?
Hell yeah, they are. I got
a
friend who
good
works
one
down
is.
the street from me.
Yeah.
He works for a company called ICANN. They're one of the biggest B&H distributors in this part of the country.
Right.
And he sells them, and they're like, the cheapest one was $350, and the most expensive one was like $1,500.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
I've seen them in the $80 range that people say they're decent, but
yeah.
Is that even a real gimbal?
Yeah, I mean it is, but I mean it's the quality is what you. I mean it has to do with how fluid and all they move.
Right.
And I mean it affects production quality. It just depends on what you're going after. You know, if you want George Lucas quality, yeah, you're gonna have to spend $300 or $400. But you know, I don't know, 80, $100 would probably get you by. Most people wouldn't know the difference.
I wonder if you can go to the hardware store and get something like a swivel and make your own similar thing, you know.
Yeah, I think the Frugal Filmmaker's got, like I said, he's got a video that where he made one.
Oh,
and
really?
he used, yeah. And I think he used, I can't remember exactly what he used for the weights, you know, to offset it. And I don't remember the parts list of anything, but you know, I want to say maybe it was like $30 or something worth of stuff. He built one.
That's pretty good. Well, we know
But
what
just
Sean's next project is.
Just a two-handed rig helps a lot, though.
My next major project would be the Silverado 6 or the 6-liter out of a 2500 Silverado in my BMW. Thanks.
Well, that's a little different.
That's more my forte.
Roger that.
Mr. Cochilios.
Go back.
You've got mail.
List of my fucking problems right now.
Hi, dear. Congratulations. You are selected as a mystery shopper agent candidate. Click register to continue. Yeah, uh-huh.
I just dropped I just dropped my last 100 goddamn primers all over the fucking floor.
Nice. Was that what you were hoping to accomplish?
You're pretty good at doing that, Rick. I hear you bitching about it all the time.
I've done it once before.
He's one of the best ones.
Oh yeah. I'm getting better at it. Now at least they're located in a central location. They haven't spread too far. Yeah, I was trying to load it up, getting it ready to. And put it in that. I was trying to. I tried to use the one that you can use on the actual on the Julie Bopper itself, but I think I'm just better off doing it by hand.
We're talking about the press mounted primer, or
yeah, I got that for the Lee Precision. I got the
safety prime. I think that's what they call it.
And it don't seem to work worth a shit.
No, I don't. They're cheap plastic.
Yeah, mine keeps popping open, and that's what happened. I just filled it up, stuck it on, and thing popped open on me.
I'm actually a fan of the Lee hand prime tools.
Well,
yeah, I like the easy prime with the oh heck, got the bushings or whatever in it.
You know, I got the I don't mind you putting that plastic thing on top of the other thing and just, you know, putting the thing in there and pulling the trigger and it loads it. That works for me. That's what I'm going to start using again.
Yeah, I do mine. Of course, I clean all of my brass and actually I'll decap it all. I mean, everybody's got their own method, but I'll decap it all. A lot of times I'll do that while I'm watching TV because it's easy to do, and then clean it, and then a lot of times I'll go ahead and prime it because I'll use Lee dies you can't do it, but with the other ones you can actually remove the decapping pin. So I'll just remove the decapping pin from my die, and then you can actually size prime brass that way. So it eliminates a step at the press.
Yeah.
So instead of depriming, so do you, well, does it eliminate a step of the press because you're making a whole different step out of depriming?
Well, you're not having to prime, so you're not having to jack with that safety prime thing.
All right, so when you're depriming, how are you doing that?
I'll deprime, like I said. I'll use I've got a little Lee.
No, I
don't even know
got
what
you.
it is, but it's got a universal decapping die in it, and it's portable. So I mean, I can just kind of sit on the coffee table in front of the TV or whatever.
Is it the one that you? All right, it's got a little base, and then it's got something that looks like a punch, and you hit it with a hammer. I'm thinking of something else.
No, you're thinking of something else. No, that's actual press. It's a little bitty press. They're not expensive. They're
thinking of the
probably $20 press, maybe.
now the what's called where you can do one bullet at a time.
Yeah, but it's not the O or the C. I mean, style. It's a maybe a C style. Heck, I don't know. I'd have to go look it up. It's just a little. I mean, if you do like a search anywhere on Elite Press and look at the cheapest one, that's what it is. What do they call it? Let me go look and see. The Lee Breech Lock. Yeah. Wow, it's more expensive than stuff's went up since I bought it last. Good Lord. They want $38 for that thing. I think I gave maybe $20 for the one I got. But yeah, it's the Breech Lock loader.
What do those things go for average?
What, a press?
Well, I think he's talking about. I mean, that's from Lee, that price, right?
That's Midway. I just did a quick Google search. Midway's $38 for it.
And they're one of the cheapest around.
Yeah. And it's not that little breech lock. I mean, it's a $38 press. It's not heavy duty. So you definitely, I would be leery. I've seen a lot of them, pictures of them broken where people were sizing things, because that's a more intensive, more, I don't know what the word is, but when you're sizing, depriming is not, that's a pretty easy process. That primer is made to come out. So there's not a lot of stress on the press that way. But yeah, that's the only reason I've got it, is just to do that.
And that's a single stage?
Yeah, it's a single stage, little single stage. It's not real smooth. I mean, the handle on it's not smooth. The ram on it is not really smooth. I mean, it's like I said, it's the cheapest of the cheap for sure. Now, when you get into the Lee Challenger and the Lee Classic Cast and those are single stage. But like Rick has there, that 4-hole turret, if you're gonna buy a press to load on, I mean, I've suggested that one for years and years and years.
It is a great. I'm really impressed.
Oh yeah, yeah, and the thing about it is you can pull the rod, the indexing rod, and it's a single stage press.
Yeah,
but you've got 4 holes at the top, so you could manually turn your turret size, 4 different cartridges, 4 different types of brass there in one sitting. Just do your 9mm, turn it, you got to change the shell holder, obviously, but turn your turret, do your 45s, change the shell holder, turn your turret, do your 308s or whatever, so I mean, it's handy for the versatility.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Then you can even buy the part where if like I got the 45 set up here, just lift the whole thing out and put a new one in with a new size.
Yeah, just change the turrets. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, like Sean was doing. He made it seem very simple.
Yeah, just change a turret and a shell holder, and all your dies are set up. I don't do that because I still use the crap out of my Lee turret press, but it's usually slow go loading. because I've got a Dillon 550. Now on my Dillon 550, I change out the whole, head assembly on it.
Yeah.
And all those dies stay set up, and all I've got to do, it takes about, I don't know, it takes about 15 minutes maybe, to swap out the caliber on that one, and then you run a few rounds, and of course check your powder and make sure everything's working right before you really get after it. But,
all right, so I have a question.
Yeah.
Do they make something? Do any of the companies make something similar to where you have the base, and you could just, once you have all the turrets and all the adjustments and the actual pieces themselves set up for one caliber, does anyone make something where everything is set up and you could just take that whole thing out as one piece?
Yeah,
the top end, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what Clover was talking about. On the 550, it comes with the top plate, and you screw your dies in, and there's 2 pins that lock your set of 4 dies in. And, and you can buy a different plate, so you can have a different plate for each caliber. And once it's set up, it's set up.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to picture it, but I wasn't understanding it 100%.
Yeah, you still have to swap your bottom end. Like on the Dillon 550, for example.
Oh, your shell holder, if you're going to
your shell plate, yeah. and possibly your indexing pins, you have to change. And then even on the Lee Classic turret, like Rick has, I mean, you've got to change your shell holder depending on the caliber. Some calibers use the same shell holder, but that's usually not the case.
So I was curious if someone made a plate where everything attaches it for one specific caliber. All the settings are right there. You just detach the plate and put the next plate on for the next caliber.
Yeah, they are, with the exception, like I said, of the part that actually holds the brass, I guess. Yeah, everything as far as setting your dies, you've got your dies set to, certain seating depth on the bullet, certain level of crimp. Or what would it be? Certain tension on the crimp, neck tension on your sizer if you're using a that type of a die anyway. Yeah, you set all that up in the top end in your head, and then that's why it saves so much time, is you don't have to readjust and get all of that set up again. You can just throw that head on there, change your shell plates on the bottom real quick, and you're done. Because even on the Dillon, I mean, it's just one screw, and the plate comes off, and then you put the screw back in. So I mean, it literally 20 seconds or something, you can change the shell plate.
Maybe one of you could create something where the brass plate can hold multiple brass sizes. So then you could just buy the 2 separate pieces together.
Well, certain ones do hold multiple calibers, but the problem is it's the head size. So if the head size is different from caliber to caliber, there's no way the shell plate is going to it at the rim.
There would be a way to do it. I mean, you could do something that maybe had some type of spring tension. I mean, it would be more complex than a standard shell plate, because your holes would have some type of, I guess it would be like lobster clawed almost, and then it would have spring tension somehow.
Exactly.
Like but it would be, the thing about it is, with the cost, and then I don't know. I just don't know if it would be, the cost. You're talking about extra moving parts. I just, little springs and things like that possibly breaking, or
and then on those little parts and little springs, there's a lot of force and a lot of tension while you're ramming that ram up and pulling it out of dies.
Yeah,
so
So I don't know that. I mean, it could be done, but I don't know that it's feasible. Right. And then the cost too. I mean, you're talking about a lot of cost in trying to machine that out and put them together. And, it's real easy to cut a standard shell plate. Real easy.
All right. Just an idea I had.
They do make hand priming tools. I don't remember which one, but it has that type of a system to where it, it's basically spring loaded or whatever. It just catches the head.
Okay.
But again, we get back into like talking about that cheap press when you're priming or depriming. You're not I mean, you're pushing that little bitty primer either in or out of the case head. So I mean, there's not a lot of force involved in that, like there is in say sizing the brass.
Right. Yeah. With my Lee hand priming tool, it's an older one. I got it gifted to me by an old school reloader, and it's got the different collets for each caliber. So you just swap those out and you're good to go.
Good to know.
Or I don't know if collet's the right word. Shell holder.
Yeah, the shell holders. Yeah. Yeah, they're flat. They're flat on one side, right? Well, actually, on both sides. They're not like a press shell holder. They're actually flat.
Well, yeah,
that's the one I have.
They're what, about 3/4, quarter inch to 3/8 of an inch thick and flat on each side, and got a bevel around the edges.
Right. Yeah, that's the one I use. Even with that one though, the every hand primer I've ever had, the primer hopper been really hokey. You definitely want to put a rubber band or something. I use rubber bands. I put 2 rubber bands around mine once I fill it with primers, because that top will pop off and then you pull a wreck. You got primers all over the floor.
Yeah, tell me about it. That's what happened to me. I need a rubber band. I didn't even think about that. That's smart thinking.
Yep. Been there, done that, brother.
Yeah. Well, it takes me a bit of time. This is the second time I've done this. I'm a slow learner.
Yeah, that thing. I don't know why they do that. And I've had several hand primers. I've had a Hornady, the Lee I've got now, and then I've had a Hornady and I've had a RCBS, and on all 3 of them, that, you know, the cover, the plate, the lid, whatever you want to call it, on every one of them, you had to watch it. It would pop up or pop off. So,
well, Rick, learning reloading is a slow process. If you're learning it in a hurry, you're doing something wrong, and you're bound to screw something up in a major way.
Yeah, I guess so.
So something like this, like you said, would not be feasible for non-shot shell reloading.
Okay, guys. Apparently, there's a question on the simulcast by G-Webs. It's like, has anyone ever made reloading mistakes? What was the result?
Almost blew up a LCP and crapped my pants big time, and almost shot myself in the foot.
Yeah, Tony's got you beat there twice.
Yeah. What about you, Sean? You ever made any reloading mistakes?
Who, me?
I was asking Sean, but Sean's not there. What about you, Rick?
Not yet. Hopefully I don't. I mean, I've got everything. I haven't over primed anyone yet. I mean, too much powder or anything. The only thing I have done is when I was using the hand press, I set off a couple of these primers.
Mm-hmm.
They make a hell of a racket when they go off.
What about you two, Hottie? If you ever made a reloading mistake?
I'm so new, but what I've done, I wouldn't even call really a mistake. It's just load development. My 223 stuff, I'm showing my stuff's showing signs of high pressure. I'm getting primers flattening out and whatnot, and I still got to go back in.
Okay.
And there's a couple things I got to do. I got to back off my crimp die, and I'm gonna, even though I was right at the minimum for what I was reading out of the book, I looked on Hornady's website, who I got the bullets from, and they start you out a little bit lower. So that's my next step. Is there's a couple things I got to do, but I can't call it a mistake. It's just shit that happens when you're working off loads.
You're gonna find that all of your books and your online data and stuff,
bitter knives
from the manufacturer, they're gonna be usually at least 5%, probably low. I mean, they'll say 4 grains of powder will get you whatever 1,200 feet a second, you know, and you're going to find that 4 grains is not going to get you that. It's going to get you 1120 or something, you know.
Which is
that's a liability thing I think they do on their part.
Yeah, that's definitely a lawyer thing, but that's what leaves me scratching my head a little bit, because I was going off the powder manufacturer's recommendation for the 62 grain load, and I followed it, and I'm still showing pressure signs. So
yeah, check the crimp.
That's when I went to Hornady's site, and they start you out a little bit lower, and then the other thing that I may just be cranking down too tight on the crimp.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Sean, you back yet? If Sean hasn't gotten back yet, then G-Web's saying out in the Gun Channels chat that he squib loaded a 44 Magnum once.
Oh,
got stuck in the barrel.
He what loaded?
He squib loaded a 44 Magnum.
That's not good.
That is not good. The only way to get a squib load out is to tap it out.
Yep, push it. I did a 9mm one time in my Springfield XD. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's a reloading mistake.
So what happened with your revolver, Clover?
Revolver? What do you mean?
You said the LCR or LCP or whatnot.
Oh no, it's my LCP. And thank God.
Yeah. I thought you said LCR.
That was my carry gun, and I had upgraded the crap out of it, man, from Galloway Precision, which is an awesome place for aftermarket stuff on pocket pistols. But it had the bigger, better, guide rod and spring, and I mean just everything to it. And I'm convinced that if I hadn't have done that, the gun would have come apart. It was that bad. And I had just got this Dillon 550, and I have learned now to completely stop and reset my shell plate if I have an issue. But what had happened is I had an issue, and I can't recall now exactly what the issue is, but I had some kind of malfunction or something went goofy with the press, and I fixed it. And when I did, the 550, you manually advance the shell plate. It does not automatically turn. Okay, so you pull the handle, push the handle down, you pull the handle up, you push the handle back, you flip the shell plate. That's the rhythm of the motion. Okay, well, I had a problem and I didn't advance the shell plate. So when I ran again that one round, I double charged it, right? And I didn't catch it. And I didn't catch it. So I'm shooting along, and I mean, I didn't have a clue because I had loaded a bunch, But when it went off, I mean, I immediately, after I crapped my pants, I immediately knew what had happened. I was like, oh crap, I double charged this one because, but it was bad. I mean, the recoil was just ungodly on it.
Were you able to recover the firearm?
Barely came. It didn't hurt it at all. That was the thing. It didn't hurt it at all.
And the funny thing is the LCP isn't fun to shoot with just regular loaded to spec rounds, and then you add a double charged one to that. Holy shit.
G-Webs, I have to ask on that whole squib load, was it a loaded cartridge that had gotten stuck, or was it just the bullet itself?
Squib is usually just the projectile.
Yeah, squib is usually a projectile, but some people say that when the cartridge gets stuck, it's squibbed as well. Because if it was just the bullet itself, while G-Webs is saying he used he said, had to hammer it out with a wooden dowel.
Yep. Okay,
the bullet went down the barrel. All right. The issue with that is you don't want to use a wooden dowel. If you have to tap out a bullet, I'm going to recommend you use a brass rod to tap it out. The reason being that if you use like a wooden dowel, the wood can split and splinter and get stuck in the barrel as well. I know some people have been said just use a piece of wood because it works, it's cheap, and works all the time. Yeah, there have been cases where it has split, it is splintered. Sometimes you only have wood available. I can understand that, but if you get squibs often, and that may be an issue with your barrel or with what you're shooting, but also remember that if you're going to tap a squib load out, just use a brass rod because you don't want to fuck up the the barrel.
That's true, but I mean, it depends. A couple of things too on that. If you have a dowel rod that is pretty close to the bore diameter, it's not going to be as bad to break or split. And then also, this is a big thing. If it's any kind of a dowel rod you're going to use in that situation, hardwoods always. Don't just get a little cheap Walmart craft section freaking dowel rod. I mean, get an actual hardwood dowel rod.
Absolutely,
and it'll hold up. It'll hold up a lot better.
All right, we got another question. G-Web said on live, from the simulcast. Someone has asked, what do you guys think of the new SIG P320 drop test failure? Does anybody?
I want to call BS on it, honestly.
Well, no, it's not BS. Apparently, a couple people have recreated it already. The Firearms blog has recreated it. A couple other people who have P320s have recreated it. So it is real. But I have to ask, how many people are going to drop their handgun in that position in order to replicate that scenario?
Well, I don't know, man. It's going to the Army, so I mean that handgun's going to be dropped in every conceivable position possible. So
yeah, but is it going to be dropped on something hard enough? There's a lot of factors to it. That's why I say I call BS to an extent, because there's too many variables with. I mean, it's got to fall at the right angle. It's got to fall on a hard enough surface. It's got it has to do with the ammunition that's in it. There's just so many variables to that I don't see it as a big problem myself.
If you own a 320, you want to test it yourself, do it in a safe way. And I know this is bad. This is bad advice, but if you want to try and test it, just do it safely. But I wouldn't recommend you try testing it. I'd recommend just watching some videos on people who have done it already, have already tested it and experienced the failure. But you have to look at how it drops, and if it only happens on like concrete or hard surfaces like concrete, I honestly don't think it's going to happen out on grass or on dirt.
But all right. I understand that, but think about our Army guys. They're not just standing on grass dirt. They're going to be in armed personnel carriers. They're going to be tier. They're going to be there.
They're going to be on metal.
So all right. I haven't been keeping up with it. I've been so fucking busy. Well, has SIG come out and said anything about it yet?
Yeah, SIG is coming out and saying it's BS as well. At least that's as far as I heard from them yesterday. They're saying that it's a non-issue. And I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know. I see it as a non-issue. You're talking about, come on. You're talking about dropping a gun. Come on. Drop your gun. Crap can happen. Period.
I think we should wait until we hear more about it, or if anything else comes from it, before we go and give an actual statement on it.
If we're gonna go down this road, then somebody that has access to like hundreds of firearms needs to start drop testing crap in the same exact fashion. They need to figure out how they can drop whatever firearm it might be to make it go off. That's what they need to do. Well, I at some point, you're probably going to be able to drop any gun in some fashion with a particular type of ammo that will go off. I mean, it's just going to happen.
Well, when the LCP first came out, they had issues with it, and they issued a recall and came up with a fix for it. The one I have was after the date of the gun I got had already had the fix implemented, but I mean that it is an issue that happened with the LCPs.
Yeah. So what happens.
Moral of the story: don't drop your gun.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I would cry if I dropped a gun on the freaking concrete.
But you know what? At the same time, aren't you also taught if you drop it, you're not taught to go try to catch it? So if you drop it, you drop it. because you go to try to catch it and you grab that trigger guard and bam, you know.
Depends on what kind of reflexes you have.
Hey, I tell you what, I've admitted it on here on one of my Saturday shows. When I first got my carry gun, that's exactly what I did. And it went right through the wall, plowed into the garden outside.
Good job there, Rick.
Scared the living shit out of me.
Did you have to call the cops?
I kept my mouth shut. I didn't touch it for a week. Yeah. But that's what happened. I dropped it, and normal reflex, I went to grab it. And, of course, my finger slipped in the trigger thing. Luckily, it was pointing at the wall down at a downward angle. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't pointing towards me or anything.
And it's so hard to fight that normal reflex of, oh, shit, I dropped something. I gotta catch it. And it's so hard to fight that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's happened to me, and I mean, I've admitted it. I never got a badge from Labs, you know.
Okay, we got some news in here. Apparently, SIG is issuing a voluntary upgrade for the P320 pistols to fix the issue with that.
I figured that would be coming.
You know, so I'll link it here in Gun Channels. Right there. And right there. Am I on YouTube?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go to the YouTube and just link it right there.
All right.
For anyone out there watching.
I don't have that problem because I don't own the goddamn thing.
Yeah, I don't own it either. But here it is.
You know, is it a lot of what I've read, because I've seen stuff with and read stuff with people trying to duplicate it that weren't able to. Has SIG said anything about it? It's not, to them, it's a non-issue because it's some type of abnormality rather than, you know, in other words, there's a tolerance. There's some get through because of their tolerances. Some get through that it's an issue, and then some don't.
That's a valid question, but my thought on that is SIG wouldn't be coming out with a fix for it and saying send your gun in and we'll fix it if it was not a valid issue.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously it's if they're doing it, yeah, it's happening to some people. My point is it a flaw in the design of the gun itself, or is it a tolerance issue that some you're just not going to make go off and some will?
Okay, hold on. I'm going to read this article because I think it says it. According to the independent test by Omaha Outdoors, the physical weight of the trigger, as opposed to the trigger pull weight, may be causing the handgun design to discharge when dropped. However, the discharge only occurs with the bore in an upward direction and the frame and the slide contact the ground at the same time. The trigger continues to move to the rear and the pistol will fire.
Okay.
Does that make any sense? Watch.
Yeah.
They have a video on YouTube about it. So
that does. But again, I mean, they're talking about trigger weight and stuff. I mean, and that could be a tolerance issue. What type of tolerance do they have in their production on the weight of that trigger?
Well, it's not the pull weight of the trigger; it's the physical weight.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Depending on where they get the polymer for one batch or whatever, you know, as opposed to the.
Would that mean they need a lighter trigger, or would that mean they need a heavier trigger?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm asking. I don't own one. So.
I mean, just my basic understanding of physics and science would tell you that they would need the actual trigger to be lighter, and that has nothing to do with the pull weight. You know what I mean? Because if all right, so the gun's hitting the ground, the slide and frame have to hit it at the same time, and just the scientific word, but it's enough for that key to move backwards due to the shock of both of those things hitting the ground.
Mm-hmm. Y'all talking about the SIG.
Mm-hmm.
They need to make the sear engagement more difficult to disengage, which means they need to make the trigger pull longer solves the problem immediately. Gives it a bigger shelf to have to clear over, because all it's doing is it's flicking over the top of the sear and going off, right?
More or less.
Longer trigger pull.
Yeah, true.
Look at that. I'm not even a SIG engineer, and I solved their nonsense.
Well, they've already released the fix for it, so.
Yeah, you can spend the money and put this on. They did the same bullshit to me with the shield. You don't like the trigger? Spend $100 and something on an Apex stick. Like, go fuck yourself. All right,
So
so
if it's an actual valid safety concern, they're gonna put out a recall and have everybody send it in
and put a longer trigger pull on it by modifying the sear somehow.
Yeah.
Well,
if you're
it
listening,
will
Sig,
be.
send me 229 Elite for my trouble.
It will be interesting to see what their actual fix is for it. You know what they change or anything like that.
Yeah.
Hey Rick, are you just is all you're loading is the 45s right now?
Yeah.
You got any plans to go to rifle?
Not at the moment. I don't even. All I own is a 22 rifle. I'm a pistol guy.
Gotcha.
I plan on going to 9 millimeter.
9 millimeter.
Yeah. You know, I need to keep you boys happy because you get mad at me when I tell you it's not a man's cartridge. You know.
Yeah. Well, Moon, they call it a voluntary upgrade. They don't even call it a recall. Sig apologists. Yeah.
That's code for recall.
Yeah.
That's the beginnings of a recall notice.
Yeah. So people get, mad when people go, well, the 45 ACP is so slow. I ain't seen a human outrun one yet.
That's true. That's very true.
Wow.
Well, once they start, that was my question about, tolerances and batches and what materials was used, because once they start getting these in on a voluntary recall, they're going to start checking serial numbers. And then there may be a certain manufacturer where they got, like I said, the polymer for the trigger or for this part or that part. And it's not a problem across the board with the 320. It's a problem with a batch of 320. And you're talking about there can be tens of thousands in a batch. So
yeah, easily. I got a better idea. Why don't we just send all of them to North Korea and let them shoot themselves every time they drop it playing with them? Problem solved.
I don't think anybody in North Korea is tall enough to drop it from a high enough distance, are they?
Yes, they wear lifts in their shoes.
No, good one.
That was really good.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I have to be my inner Asian now. Sir, that's racist.
Oh, well.
That's racist.
That's funny.
Hey, I'm short, so I could identify as Korean, I guess.
There you go. Have you ever looked at your dog and your mouth watered? You're not Korean. You're not Korean. If you say yes,
North Korean.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you say yes, you're North Korean. If you say no, then you're a very confused South Korean.
Moon just said hashtag too short.
Damn.
Too short. He was a good rapper back in the day.
Oh, great. DV's going to show up. We're going to talk about the rap game now. Guaranteed.
No, not in this chat. We're not.
Hell yeah. What's up, motherfucker?
I hope not.
Busting out the fitness scene. Actually, G already busted out a fitness. I don't know. Like, to me, there's only one SIG, so. And I don't own it yet.
What, the 226?
229 Elite.
229, yeah.
I think you can get it in the 226. They make an Elite version too, right? The 9mm version.
What was it? The R6 or
That's
something?
Remington.
No. SIG made like a police version for the police over there in Germany. I think it was like the R6 or something.
I don't know. That was like the first SIG I ever saw, and then like I shot it, I held it, and I wanted it, And And like every other model that came out after that, it just didn't do it for me. It was like that first one was like a love at first sight thing. I saw it and I had to have it.
No, it was the P6. It wasn't the R6. It was the P6, and basically that was what's that? The 220 or something?
225.
Yeah.
Doesn't Matt have like an East German one or something?
P6 is the West German 225.
Yeah.
Well, the only SIG I own is a West German P230. So I've never been a big SIG guy. I mean, they're okay. They're okay. I mean, they're great. I don't have anything negative necessarily to say about them. I've just never. I don't know. They've just never turned me on enough to buy one.
The only SIG I have is West German P6 made in '78. I dig it.
Is that the sought after one, like the one Matt always talks about?
No, that's the military surplus or the police trading.
I just know it was like a German made. Like there's a specific model he talks about a lot.
There's
I think it's the SIG P226 is the one that's sought after. That's the West German.
Hmm. See, with me, it's like I go to the shows, I see a 229 Elite, I look at the price tag, then I turn around and I buy a fucking 454 Cazul instead. I'm like, same money.
Hey, you were going shooting this weekend, weren't you?
I was. Everyone flaked, including the guy who was hosting the event. Isn't that weird?
So you didn't even get to go out and shoot the 45-70,
No, I still haven't. Like, I need to move closer to you guys because I got nobody. I live in the 4th largest city in the country, and I got nobody to go shooting with. It's really frustrating.
I'm gonna bail, guys. I got some things to do. Been fun.
Clover.
I appreciate it.
Catch you later.
Have a good one, man.
Take it easy.
All right, so Rick, you have something in 45. You have something in 9. Do you have any other pistol calibers you might be loading later?
I might. Yeah. I'm thinking of doing 9x18.
Makarov?
Yeah.
Starline does make the brass for it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they do. I've checked into it.
I mean, if you have the means of capturing your own brass,
dice for them.
Yeah, if you have the means of catching your brass, then I would do it too. It's just I don't have any means of catching my brass. Like at most of my ranges, you can't pick up your brass, and you can't put down anything on the indoors. The outdoor one, maybe.
Well, yeah, I use outdoor now, and I got my little metal thing that I roll up and down, picking them all up. Picks up everything. The only thing it doesn't when it's rained and the ground's muddy, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But it work in the grass and it work in sand. It works in the rocky area, but I said the ground's got to be dry.
Got to fight back.
Things come back, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking of putting a tarp down.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do at outdoors.
Yeah. In the general direction, then all you got to do is pick up the stuff on the outside.
Unless you have a Desert Eagle, then you can just catch it with your forehead.
Yeah.
Stupid ejector.
Yeah. And I mean, I own a 38 too, but I very rarely ever shoot that thing.
See, most of mine are rims cartridges for revolvers.
My 38, I mean, that thing kicks harder than my 45 does.
What kind of gun is it?
It's a Taurus 85, model 85, 38 special. That thing has got some bite to it, I tell you.
Does it have a grip that wraps around the back strap, or is the metal exposed back there?
And it's wrapped around. It's a rubberized one. I changed it to a wooden one. That was a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, wood's for looks, rubber's for function.
Yeah, it looked beautiful. But God, I put the rubber one on it, and at least I can shoot it now.
I'm almost trying to visualize what would happen if I put my 500 Magnum in your hand and you fired one round. If a 38 hurts.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is my 45 doesn't bother me at all. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's got a lot of weight.
And that Smith & Wesson, I don't even feel it, you know?
Hey, listen.
I was shooting some big old...
Who the hell is chat napping?
I was shooting some 45 Magnum, 44 Magnums and stuff like that when I was down in Indiana. I even shot a couple of 50 caliber black powder things.
Yeah.
No problem. That
Ladies
38,
and gentlemen of gun channels,
that
it's
38
happened again.
Sorry,
John,
sorry, I'm up. I'm sorry.
John was chat napping again.
No.
No, we heard the Z's. We heard the Z's.
That is what the John Z Project is all about.
Yeah,
It's all about
Triple
chat
Z.
napping and the important chats.
Yeah. He's trying to get the corner on those packages.
No, he's trying to get the chat napper badge on gun channels.
I know
He's
he-
already got it. He's already make sure he gets one.
Yeah.
That's
I think,
twice.
I think he's trying to get more than one.
Well, if he gets caught one more time, then he's going to have to change his name to the John Triple Z Project.
The chat napper. The chat napper.
I like that. The John Triple Z Project.
We'll change his avatar to like a picture of Ziggy sleeping in bed or something.
Oh
With a
no!
nightcap
Can I use the panda instead of being sad? It will be a sleeping panda.
Nope, we've only got one panda here.
All
We
right.
only got one panda, and his name is Flippy.
All right. Slippy.
Flippy.
You said Slippy.
No, I said Flippy.
It's his nappy time hearing. Yes, I can visualize Rick grabbing my 500 and go, oh, it wraps all the way around the back strap. This ought to be just fine. Bang! God damn it! He's dropping it on the ground.
I know, I wouldn't drop it. No, it's like when I was shooting the 44 and stuff, you know, I expected to have, but I didn't expect it to be so snappy on that 38.
Yeah.
Well,
Grips on it.
what were you shooting it out of?
It's Taurus.
I might just get, it's a Taurus 85. It's only got about an inch barrel on it.
Right, the Taurus 85
yeah.
is not a lightweight, right?
No,
Oh,
but
man,
it's got a
that's
real
wild.
short barrel on his.
So how is this 38 so snappy?
I mean, that's why it's snappy. But, you know, I don't shoot it that often.
Oh, that's one of the ones you were talking about, Sean, the other day, where the barrel was like a half inch out of the barrel.
No, that's Yankees Performance Center 327.
Oh yeah, the thing looks like a boomerang. Yeah.
It's got like a 3/4 inch barrel or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mine's got a
I
2 inch barrel.
I could see why it has such a snap then.
You know, if I was going to use it as, I mean, I wouldn't use it for a defensive gun because unless you're going to cock it, you know, and fire it in single action.
Saying the double action's not good on that one.
But the double pull, yeah, you would never hit the target. Well, I don't anyway.
It helps if you look at the target when you shoot. No.
True. It does. Hey, at least I got the 38. It looks good. It looks good in the cabinet. You know.
There you go.
It looks good in the cabinet.
He's like, I'm part of the revolver club. Now we're just waiting on Clay to get something 41 or higher.
That's the only revolver I got, so I got to get another.
Rick just wants Yankees approval.
Fuck Yankee.
That came out of nowhere.
The day is mine.
What was that game show where like the host would show the secret word to the audience, and if someone said it, they went like bonkers? That's what just happened.
That was great.
Yeah. That phrase, that was the secret word.
I couldn't have planned that out.
Or was that Pee Wee's Playhouse?
I don't.
Yeah,
wanna
that was
talk
the
about
secret
that.
word.
Pee Wee's Playhouse?
Yeah. Remember he used to do like a secret word, and if somebody said it on the show, then they would all lose their minds.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even listen to his chats anymore.
I have off and on.
I'll watch his videos every now and then, but I don't even go to his chats anymore. He just
you don't want to get any of that left on you? I don't want any of that left on me. Can't wash that shit off.
It's like rat poison.
You can't get rid of those things.
All right. I got most of them picked up that I found, so.
I wouldn't mind reloading Makarov either, to be honest, if I just had the means of catching the brass. But like, I can go to I can go to Academy, and I can get a box of 50 Monarch. It's just steel case PPU, or in this case, it's probably steel case Wolf. I think it's like $8 or $9 a box. So it's like if it's too cheap to reload, I don't bother.
Oh yeah.
Like 38 Special is probably the cheapest caliber I load so far.
I don't know if I'm saving money on the 45s, but I like doing it.
In bulk, you do for sure.
You talking
because
like
the brass is all reusable,
bulk or 1,000 bulk?
Like at least 300.
Okay.
You get your money's worth out of it because the brass is always reusable.
At least once or twice, right?
I know a guy who's been reloading the same 44 Magnum cases for over 40 years.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, he certainly made his money back.
Oh yeah.
As long as it's not damaged and it resizes right, you can keep on going.
Yeah, if it resizes and the neck doesn't split, you can reload as many times as you want. Now, the only caveat to that is sometimes the primer pockets start to open up, and they don't seat. They seat too easily. That's when you throw them away. But usually the primer cup gives more than the brass does, so you're usually fine there.
You mean when the primer doesn't seat where it comes out on its own?
Where it very loosely fits in there. Like you don't have to use a whole lot of pressure to push the primer in. I've seen that only a couple of times.
Okay.
It's never happened to me.
Of course.
I haven't been loading long enough to have that happen. I think I've only been reloading for like 2 years now, maybe 3. Probably 3.
Now, what's the outcome of a non-properly seated primer?
Well, you shoot it, it goes off, and if any other cases are like that, and all the casings back off against the recoil shield, they'll shake loose or shake out.
Or if you don't seat it in deep enough, when your firearm ejects your old case and loads a new one, it'll slam fire.
Oh, that's not good.
On a semi, yeah, absolutely. That's a possibility.
Well, that's a good side note to take heed of.
Like I said, though, I mean, it's very rare. Usually it's more like a machining error when they originally made the case that causes that. Like, okay, you know what's a good example of when I've seen it? It's when people reload staked cases where they have to ream it a bit. They'll overdo it. That's about the only time I've ever actually seen it. Like
now reaming it.
Lake City.
Now, if you improperly ream it, that's only the base of the case, or you're reaming it for the full length of
the primer pocket.
Reaming the primer
Just
pocket.
Primer pocket. Okay.
So you can take off too much material.
Yes.
Right. Oh, like you could do at the head of the casing also.
It's like boring out a cylinder, basically.
Okay.
Here, back.
I mean, the new shotgun shells are a whole different press, right?
Yes.
Now what we doing those in?
Nobody makes an actual base that could take either shotgun or bullet-sized casings. Or it's a whole different system.
Whole different system, I think. I don't know enough to be able to tell that to you, John.
That makes two of us, sir.
So right, I'm picking up. It's amazing how these things. Amazing where they turn up, these primers that I dropped. I thought I got them all. I just went around the corner here, and here's a whole bunch more.
Are you using a magnetic telescoping thing to pick them up?
They're not magnetic. I mean, magnet won't pick them up.
Oh, okay.
I tried. Okay. So that's that. So this can all go back in here now. Some shape or fashion. Everybody left us, John?
What's that?
Everybody left us?
No, I think they just went to go do something, no?
I guess so.
I'm not in front of the computer, so I can't see. No, they're still here. They're just on mute for the time being.
No problem.
I'm just waiting for the water so I can make myself some tea.
Oh, yeah? I've been drinking tea all day. Actually, I do. No, when I'm at home, I drink tea all the time. It's the English blood in me.
Yeah. You have crumpets?
I make them. Yeah, I got some. Actually, I got some, actually. I got some in the freezer. Actually, got some in the freezer that I actually had shipped from England.
You know what I was thinking about buying this morning, but I didn't buy the Stella D'Oro, the S-shaped cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have gotten it now that I'm thinking about it.
Well.
I'll pick some up tomorrow.
Yeah, as I was saying, I make I normally make a pot of tea 2 or 3 times a day.
How much pot do you make?
My pot holds about 2.5 cups.
No, I asked you how much pot you make.
Yeah. There's a van chat happening right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Probably asking Dr. No what all these codes that he got on his phone mean.
Oh yeah, I saw the video he did about that. That's a pretty cool device.
He's like one of the only other mechanics here on gun channels I would concede opinion to.
Oh, Dr. No?
Yeah, I think he's done it longer than I have. I mean, I know my way around some cars, but I think he's got a bit more experience than even I do.
Well, they should be on this chat talking to us.
What's happening?
Fan chat.
Well,
on this episode of This Old Band.
I mean, it depends how you look. I mean, I understood. I said this to you. I said this once when he ran one of his programs at the same time as my show. And he goes, well, that's what Gun Channel's out is give people different stuff to go to.
That's true.
You know, I still didn't like it, but I see where he's coming from.
People can run 2 shows at once on their,
I mean,
on their browser.
people trying to be where they want to go. Good example. If I had a choice between right now, the way I feel, if there was somebody running against same time as Janky, I would watch the other person.
See,
you know, because that's just I mean, I don't listen to his chat
because you just like it gangster style, right, Rick?
The fitna, itis.
He just some of his stuff that comes out just pisses me off.
What would Andrew Dice Clay say? Look, we can talk about guns, or we can talk about these nuts.
Hey, these nuts.
Sliding down a cheese grater balls first. Hey,
Little Miss Muffet. I'm not gonna finish it. But...
Yeah, I remember that one too. Anyway.
I bought a Lee perfect powder measurer.
Yep, I use that.
Right? Brand spanking new one here in the box. Never even used it.
Use it.
What?
Use it.
No, I used the auto.
Oh, you got the auto dispenser? Nice.
Yeah,
you
I bought that.
Some money.
I bought it. I bought this on the Sunday, and I bought that on the Friday. Following Friday.
Yeah, you spent some money on that.
I know why, because Smeggy told me to.
Ah, that's why.
Smeggy said, oh, I use the auto disc.
The Smeggy has spoken.
Yeah. So I bought one. So I'll never even use it, so I might sell it. Or just keep it in case I ever need it. You know, in case the other one breaks down.
Or you decide to do twice the reloading.
Yeah. Hey, do it as a business.
Yeah, you could do one load that's fine powder, one load that's heavier powder.
You know, start loading it up for people.
Just don't use the powder that Sean uses, because you'll be spilling it all over the place and you'll never get it off. Because Sean uses the fine stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said it's like dust.
Well, I just bought. I mean, I didn't know what powder I was looking at when I got mine, so I just bought Bullseye.
Well, Bullseye is just the brand, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't tell you the quality of the grains.
Hang on a minute. Let me have a look. There was a bunch of them there on the website, so I just went. I went eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I bought a couple of.
Hey, Sean, you there?
I bought 2 pounds of it. Okay.
Hey, Sean, you there? Okay, I guess he stepped away.
Fast burning and consistent, economical and accurate, great for 38 special and 45 auto target loads.
Do you know? Does it say if it's a large grain, small grains, finer grains?
Hang on a minute.
What does that mean in intermittent? Was that describing the size of the grains?
No. No. It doesn't. I know it's part of the company's part. It's part of Reliant Powder.
Yeah, I've heard of Reliant. Yeah. Wait, they're like a sister company?
Well, I think Bullseye is just a brand name of one of them.
Okay. I was going to suggest to Sean that he could, part of his reloading series, he could talk about the different types of powders and the grains and stuff.
When's he doing this?
No, I was going to suggest it to him.
Yeah, it would be good.
Yeah. Because there might be a different product or brand name that would be better than another one in the same size grain.
There might be a better one that I could use. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this?
Have you ever had like moments in your day where you like so tired you put your head down for 2 seconds and you weren't like sleepy, but you ended up falling asleep?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Happens to me often. It's not like blacking out, but it still happens. That's why I'm having my tea now. A little caffeine.
Yeah. Also, I have I didn't realize it until I went on vacation.
What happened?
Well, the first day I didn't get very far.
Why?
I had to keep. I went from rest area to rest area, and they're about 25, 30 miles apart.
Well, you're not used to driving a lot, right?
No. It's that I kept nodding off.
Oh, that's not good.
And what it was is I didn't realize this medication they got me on
makes you tired.
Oh, this one I got. They got me on 900 milligrams of it, 300. 3 times a day.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how it knocked. Because just driving around town here, I don't notice, or I'm only in the car for 2 or 3 minutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so
mine is only.
The second day, I didn't take it.
Right.
And I was able
dealing with millennials.
And I was able to drive better. You know.
Sorry to hear that.
I just dealt with like the dumbest millennial in history.
Well, I doubt you dealt with the dumbest one, but
she's like she's like millennial, the next generation. She's like one of the new. She's the new ones. One of the new ones. Even the dumber ones. She's like product of Common Core math.
Oh dear God.
She's like, wait a minute, I have to pay for my own return shipping. I'm like, yeah. Do you expect the company to eat, shipping charges twice for your own mistake? I don't think that's how business works, ma'am.
Well, if the business wants to stay in business.
She's like, oh my God. She's like, but I order through Amazon all the time and they always send me a label. I'm like, well, that's them. You're dealing with a third-party seller, and the third-party seller determines if they're going to give you a label based on if you fucked up or if we fucked up. I didn't use those exact words, but that's essentially how I worded it into a point where she would have figured that out, what I was really meaning.
I would have just
and like every other word was like, oh my God.
Oh my God! Like whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I was telling Rick I wanted to suggest to you if you could do on one of your next reloading
Saturday
shows, you could talk about the different brands of powders and the types of powders.
Stick. Was it stick and disc? I think that's what it is. Stick. There's extruded, which is like stick form, and then there's disc form, which is like unique.
I don't know what the difference is between fine and not fine grains. Yeah, I know. Maybe you could discuss that next time.
I'll do it a little bit.
All right. It was just a suggestion.
Because I'm using a disc powder, I'm using a disc powder next time. Last time I used a grain, like a real fine grain powder.
Right, that's why I was explaining to Rick. He needs to buy larger grain stuff in case he spills it.
All right. Just for those listening out there, we've got an hour and a half left in the show.
Yeah.
I've got it set to auto turn off at 6:30. So,
otherwise, you're telling us you're fucking off and leaving us, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not leaving right now. I'm still here. It's just I'm putting together this monitor stand right now.
What's happening at 6:30?
Well, I'm turning the chat off. That's what's happening.
Oh no, I thought it was because another chat was coming right.
Well, G-Webs, Bob and Dano will be hosting the Daily Gun Show at 7 p.m.
Roger that.
Eastern.
At 9 o'clock. Hit or miss.
Yeah, we'll come down Tuesday at 9.
Later tonight, we'll have Hit or Miss, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock. And then we'll have...
you to send me a link.
We'll have Big Gunner 81 right after Hit or Miss at 10 o'clock Eastern. And that would be it, except for every night on gunchannels.com, there is a lobby chat. Check it out. Check out.
And also, if you need a patch for your gun channels needs, go ahead and check out gearwebsites.com.
What else do they sell at gearwebsites.com?
T-shirts and patches for every need to cover you till the end of time.
I hear they also have hoodies.
Oh,
and they have bayonets.
Very nice quality stuff.
So be sure to check out gearwebsites.com.
Yeah. Check out the new patches coming. Sleeping.
All right. So we got those plugs out of the way. So there we go. That's what's going on tonight. And we hope you join us for Hit or Miss. So
pew pew.
Back to the chatting. So what are we talking about while I was away?
Reloading powders.
Reloading powders. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out. We were trying to figure out what's what because I'm looking at this bullseye I use, but it doesn't say fine grain, medium, or anything on it. So I don't know what it is.
Oh my god.
Well, it's reloading powder.
Yeah.
That's kind of the most important part.
Let me get the link going first. I got to read this before I share it.
Well, you can put it in the Eternal. That way,
No,
we can check it out with you.
Because my computer's here and my phone is there.
Well, put it in your phone Internal. That way, I can.
Oh, shit.
All right, fine.
There you
go. Oh, you're just gonna fuck it. Let's do it anyways. Wow. All right. Wait a second.
Oh my god.
That doesn't look like a Bugatti Veyron.
It does if you squint really hard.
Watch, there's a Honda Civic underneath.
Even the interior looks like the real deal. It must be the MG variant, I guess. Wow. You can see the bumper behind the body kit. That's pathetic.
Yeah, that's legit.
Their ingenuity, though.
Those lights look so bad.
Not everything looks so bad. That's pretty funny. USA Today posts a hit piece: marijuana devastated Colorado. Do not legalize it nationally. Newsflash: they made $9 billion profit in the first year they started selling it. Pretty sure that's considered a success.
Oh, here's the funny thing, Sean.
Oh shit! Glenn Campbell died.
The bidding on this car is up to 1,125 Great British pounds.
Yep.
What the hell did they do to it?
It's not a Bugatti, I'll tell you that.
It looks like crap.
Glenn Campbell died.
Who?
The guy who sang Rhinestone Cowboy.
He had to be around 80.
80. 82.
Yeah.
89.
Not only did he sing that, didn't he play in the film with John Wayne?
I believe so.
He was a Texas Ranger.
Because that's where Rangers gonna be.
These guys dropped a V12 quad turbo in an FRS, and it actually drives.
So you're not talking about Greg Campbell, the Canadian hockey player, right?
Glenn Campbell.
Len. Glen.
Oh, Len.
Singer. Country.
Okay.
He was the guy in True Grit, wasn't he?
He was. He was the.
He was the young dude who got bit by the snake or something, right?
Yeah, in the end, he got hit over the head. And he made that shot.
Yeah, that was him. Holy shit, I forgot that.
Yeah,
Raphael nailed it.
Lafitte or something like that. His last name was.
Yeah, Raphael, you nailed that. I totally forgot that was him. Dead at 81. Oh, hey, you're on.
That's what I said.
The movie that I was talking about yesterday.
Taking my answers.
The movie I was talking about yesterday for you, Raphael, it's called Ghost Boat. It's a 2-part movie. Don't forget to see if you can find it. It's all one word. GOSTBOAT.
Oh, it's a 2006 movie, right?
Sounds about right. If it talks about like a haunted nuclear, or if it talks about a haunted submarine and at the height of the Cold War or some shit like that, then that's the right one.
A British sub goes missing at the end of the war, leaving only one crew member surviving.
Yes.
Everyone believes it's lost at the bottom of the Baltic Sea. Then 40 years later,
Yes.
it reappears.
That's the one. If you can, post the link to that for Raphael so you can see it.
Okay.
Is it a true story?
No, God no. It's like this month or this week's theme is like supernatural war movies or paranormal war movies.
Here you go. This is it.
It's pretty good. It is actually pretty
David
good.
Jason, Ian Paulston Davies, Tony Haygarth.
You're not going to recognize anybody. They're all British.
Yeah.
It was made for ITV, but it was good. It's on the top 25 sub movies of all time.
Which one?
Ghost Boat.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
also Ghost Ship of 2002.
That is a different movie. I actually liked that one.
Ghost Ship?
Yeah, and it was a remake, if I'm not mistaken. There was an original from like the 50s or 60s before that. But I liked that one, especially when they had like the lounge singer and shit. I was like, oh god, that's creepy.
After discovering a passenger ship missing since 1962 floating adrift on the Bering Sea, salvagers claim the vessel as their own, and then all the good stuff happens.
Yeah, it's like Event Horizon on the sea. It's basically, it's exactly that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ghost Boat. Very good shit. I gotta watch the second half when I get home. I gotta see if that abandoned BMW Bavaria is still by my house, too. Like, I want it.
Hey, look, it's Darth Vader's helmet as a boat.
Uh,
What is that?
that's
I
from
have
the
no-
90s.
The hell is
I have no freaking clue.
That's the boat they had in that James Bond movie. There you go.
Yeah,
right there.
exactly.
that? Oh, that. Yeah, okay.
They already scrapped that, by the way.
Shocker.
Oh, that's cool.
When are they gonna make a boat that looks like the ones in Battleship?
They did already. They
Not
scrapped
the
them all.
Missouri. Not the Missouri. I'm talking about the aliens boats. The alien ships. Like rear up out of the water. We gotta make that.
Well, hold on. Let me go get my hyperdrive, and I'll let you know.
Right?
Oh, this is the Ghost Boat itself, the movie.
That is not it.
Oh, it's a remake, a Russian remake of 2014.
Yeah, that is definitely not it.
Yeah.
We've had enough of Russian movies for this week.
You were
That's
right with
cool.
the first one.
That is cool. U.S. self-driving stealth ship.
That's just a
No.
drawing.
No, thank you.
Still cool.
It's like a CGI or something.
Ghost boat.
Ghost boat.
It's really funny. Like my local radio host was talking about Glenn Campbell just the other day too. Really odd. Maybe he knew.
Oh yeah, Sean, I saw this on Arms List. Check this out.
What'd you see?
Yeah, I'm gonna screen share it in a second. It's the most uber of zombie killing guns ever.
Oh,
Check this out.
Matt put that little 22 up. Oh my god.
No, check this. Check this out. Basically,
oh, that's those fucking battle axe bayonets
yeah, he put two of them, one on either side,
on a shotgun.
on a shotgun.
What's that on top? The chainsaw grip?
The chain, yeah, but it's here. Check this out,
It's
like
got-
that.
What the fuck?
That is kick-ass.
That is retarded.
It is retarded. He wants $850 for this custom Mossberg 500 Zombie Edition.
Does it come with handicap license plates for the state of the winner?
I don't know, but apparently it's in Greenville, South Carolina. Thank you, South Carolina, for just going down that road.
As a toy, it looks cool, but if that's a true firearm, that's ridiculous.
That's a true firearm because those are real shells right there.
Jesus. See, if someone made a toy shotgun look like that, that'd be cool as shit for kids. But
That's real. That thing is 100% take it out and real.
that is really retarded.
That's why it was on the subreddit Arms List Abominations.
Yeah.
It's different.
See if I can find something else.
For the region of the country that brought you NASCAR, we'll give you the nation. Teasing.
Let's see here.
Ain't we made enough left turns today? Go watch that movie, Raphael. You won't be disappointed. Like the CGI is convincing, like super convincing. The only part of it that's a little hokey is when the 109s came down out of the sky. You could tell that was CGI. Not horrible CGI, but you could tell it was CGI.
Where do some people come up with the ideas for these zombie details on these guns?
Basically, somebody bursts into a producer's office and goes, "I got it."
I think just someone's smoking some really, really bad shit.
I don't know. The story for Ghost Boat was actually pretty cool. Story for Phantom was pretty cool. If you find it, you'll watch it. If I'm not mistaken, it's on Amazon. And it's probably on YouTube, to be honest. Because I mean, it was a made-for-TV movie, but yeah, pretty good budget. Like they did all right with it. And where they found an unrestored S-class British submarine, that couldn't have been easy. It was in pretty rough shape.
Here, check this one out. Check this one out. $1,600 for a brand new in box VP9 SKLE. Subcompact. Europeans use the K. Destination because they spell shit weird for sale. Right.
That's funny.
That's the law
That is
enforcement
funny.
As a law enforcement model, it comes with tritium night sights and three 10-round magazines,
Holy
two of
shit.
which have the pinky extensions on them
10
from the
round
factory.
10-round mags. Are you serious?
How much do you want for that? Is
They
it
want
crack?
$1,600.
Yeah,
Drugs.
that person's on crack.
This is why it's called Arms List Abomination. The most hilarious shit. Right there.
Seriously.
Pretty out there.
You should have seen a Mosin.
I bet that section is full of like tacked out mini 14s. For like 2K or some crazy shit.
Oh, you gotta see this one. You gotta see this one. This one's good.
Who'd we just lose?
No, we lost Tuhati.
Tuhati.
He's probably still driving. $975.
What?
Are you freaking kidding me?
Fuck is
For I have a nice discontinued Taurus Raging Judge that shoots 454 Casull, 410 shotgun, and 45 long Colt. It comes with
ruined that gun.
Everything from the factory. It includes the case and paperwork. The gun is now discontinued and will only go up in value. It can be a nice sidearm in big game hunting.
Nope, he ruined it because he didn't. The 454 version of that is not called the Raging Judge or Raging. What do you call it?
He says the Taurus Raging Judge.
Bull? Yeah, he got it wrong.
It's the Raging Judge Magnum.
Exactly.
Oh.
So he just crammed a 454 in a regular Raging Judge, and he's lucky it didn't freaking explode in his hand.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
But he wants $975 for it.
That's
I would
more
not
than a
pay.
governor.
I would not pay more than like 6 or 7.
600. 600 is the going rate.
600 is going right now. Okay,
well, for a Judge Magnum, 600. Regular
I was
Raging
seeing
Judge,
7.
450.
For a Judge Magnum, I'll pay 6 for that. Yeah.
Do you guys think this thing has enough barrels?
No, not enough. He needs more.
That's what I was thinking.
Never enough barrels.
Wait, you better not be showing off the Cop 357.
I don't like it because it doesn't have the Confederate flag on.
And, oh, the doors open like the mask vehicles.
Oh God. Okay, that's enough.
Are we gonna do that as a segment now?
What?
Just abominations where we all just like pick on one. I like it.
The problem is if we go through too many of them, you run out and you have to wait a couple months for more to come in.
Oh, there's not enough of them, you think?
Yeah, there's not enough. Let's see.
We would call that section "What Not to Buy."
And some of them have had the posts removed because because they came across it on the internet.
So remember the question. News. Remember the question they asked yesterday: non-firearm items. Here's one item to cover all your needs.
All right, I got one more. Check this out. It's like 7.62 by 54, bigger than a 308. The original Mosin sniper rifle, made famous in Enemy at the Gates and many other movies. This is the modernized version with a sniper stock, sniper scope, new customized bent bolt, clip, etc. Also, a can of never opened ammo, 440 rounds, question mark. If you can see them, you should be able to hit them. Give your best offer.
Is that an Archangel stock?
It's just an Archangel stock with the 10-round clip.
Jesus.
Oh, I just like how he says, it's bigger than 308. Yeah, it's only bigger by millimeters.
Yeah, this is what I want for my birthday.
You can't have that, John. Not in New York.
No, please. No, come on. It'll get me out of New York real easy.
I don't think they would run you down.
Yeah.
But look at this monstrosity.
I think she's pretty.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I would not do that to a Mosin. I might get an Archangel stock, but I keep the original wood stock. And if I was going to try and sell it, I'd sell it in the wood stock because that Archangel stock, you're not going to get your money back on that.
Hey,
You're
John,
just going to have to take the hit
What's
on
up?
that.
do you know what would get you out of New York?
What?
Take a look down. They're right below your knees.
Ooh.
What? My
Those would get you out of
what,
New York.
my shins?
Your feet.
Oh.
That'll get you out of New York. That'll definitely get you out of New York. I wouldn't mind the Archangel stock, honestly. Like,
No.
for a while, because of how expensive the McGinnis Customs one is, I really wish that they would make an Archangel stock for the K31. Why not?
No, I said I'm not opposed to the Archangel stock. It's just don't polish a turd and tell me it's not a turd.
You're saying Mosins are turds?
No. I'm just saying that he ruined that Mosin.
The right arm of the Soviet Union. Well, it was.
If he's gonna sell the Mosin, keep the original stock. And keep the original bolt.
Well, I think he only changed the handle.
Either way, you ruined the handle on that bolt.
I don't know. I mean, come on. We live in a world of resto mods, right? I mean, they only made like, what, 20 million of those things? You can
Only.
Yeah, you can modify a few if you do it right. Now, if he's asking like $1,200 or $1,500, he's out of his damn mind. But,
Yeah, I know.
like $600 for that, maybe, because of what the stock costs and the glass, maybe. What's an ammo can like that go for these days?
I don't know. It didn't say what he was asking, but he probably wants too much.
Whatever it is, it's too much.
It's too much.
About 350. Like, okay, I could see 350. Obviously, he's not gonna sell it for 350, but I could see 350 with the ammo and everything. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, McGinnis Custom stock system for a K31 is more than the gun. Like almost twice what the gun would cost you.
What, like $800 or something?
Yeah. Yeah, it's up there. They're nice though. They're so nice.
Oh, I've gotten good deals on Arms List too. It's just remember when you have something like Arms List, you're going to have good deals, and then you're going to have things that say they're deals but aren't deals at all.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's deals, and then there's what's
deals.
Your deal? Like, oh my god, what's your deal?
Yeah.
Man, this thing's gaudy.
Isn't that Saddam's AK?
I don't know, but it is seriously gaudy.
There's a lot of gold-plated AKs in the Middle East. It's not
Yeah.
It's not just Saddam's. Like, I know a guy who's got a gold-plated SVD.
Really?
Yeah.
Venereal disease?
SVD.
SVD.
Standard
Right now.
venereal disease.
Well, gentlemen, I gotta go.
All right, man.
All right, Rick.
I will,
Later.
I will see you later on tonight.
You
With,
better join Hit or Miss.
with my link for hit or miss.
Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock.
Yeah. I'll look out for my link.
All right. Good.
Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
You gonna get that?
Inglewood, California.
Answer your phone.
I'm good. Inglewood is fine, but the fact that it said California after that.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to his sister.
I don't have any sisters. Do I?
Well, do you have
John,
any brothers?
Aren't
Do
you
you have any
still
brothers
married?
that identify as sisters?
I guess that's a possibility.
Oh god.
Are you still married, John? Does your wife have a sister or something?
She has.
Then you have sisters.
They're not in California, that's for sure.
All
So
right.
Spike Lee is holding a rally for Colin Kaepernick.
Figures.
He's still not going to get a job though.
One idiot for another idiot. It's all the same thing.
So is this the idiot strike back?
Yes, it's been for the last year.
No, I think this is more the idiots swinging the miss.
Well, this is the guy that started it all.
Oh yeah,
The
because
man, the myth, the legend.
Dun, dun,
He went
dun.
fishing topless or something this weekend too.
his boss.
The boss.
Our
That's a
boss's boss.
That's a proud man, dude. He's action man for real. Like he attacks the terrorists. He fucking jumps on submarines and checks out shipwrecks.
Yeah, he doesn't
He
fuck
goes fucking-
around.
He goes nature walking in bear country. He was what was it? Fly fishing without a shirt on this weekend. That's a man's man right there.
Giggity.
All right.
All right.
Like he is the Eastern Bloc version of the most interesting man in the world. Too bad his voice is all weird sounding.
Later, pants. Break is over.
It's weird sounding. It's weird sounding now, but back during the Soviet Union, it wasn't weird sounding at all.
No, I mean like tone wise, it's very high pitched. He doesn't have bass in his voice.
Well, that's because he lost the bass because he lost his union,
I guess.
his Soviet Union.
His KGB. What do we got
All right, so the pants is gone. Hawaii's here. Raphael, James. Hey, James. Moon. I guess Moon is still here, right?
Moon is moon.
Moon is mooning you.
Well, I hope not.
Yeah, they're all watching Van Chat.
They're all watching Van Chat. They aren't watching us.
I wonder if there's a way to schedule this thing so nobody overlaps anyone else.
There is. Set an end time.
Yeah.
And I've already done that. And as soon as the end time happens, I'm going to go and hook my monitors up to this new stand.
You got new monitors or just a new stand?
Just a new stand.
You have those wide-angled monitors?
HD.
Saying, are they like extra long or are they square by square?
They're just widescreen.
Okay.
Standard widescreen. So
Okay.
they're not anything special. It's just the issue is I play a lot of video games. Okay,
Right.
That's how I got into guns again after years of not messing with guns.
Right.
No.
I was thinking about getting a monitor wide enough just so I can have like 2 or 3 screens open at the same time and still have them big enough to be legible.
So I want to upgrade to 1080p monitors, but I'm not going to spend that amount of money right now because I have 3 that do 16:9 just fine.
That's fine. You don't need any more.
No. But I do want bigger monitors.
Your yeah, that's what she said. One of your monitors
How would you know?
One of your monitors you could have how many windows open so you could view them legibly?
12.
12 screens on one screen on one monitor? 12 windows on one monitor?
You want to see the whole thing? You want to see?
No, I'm just curious because I want to.
That's how wide it is.
Hold on, I'm not there. Hold on.
I got 3 windows open.
Hold on.
1 in each monitor. Each window's on a different monitor right there.
No, I'm talking about having multiple windows open on one monitor.
Oh, I don't do that shit. No.
Okay.
Just get an HDTV, man.
No, I don't want an HDTV. HDTV because it has the refresh rate is on it as shit.
Are you kidding? They make 480 hertz TVs, dude.
They need 4K TVs too.
Yeah.
I'm not spending that amount of money on it. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't either.
Well, right now you can get the Samsung 55-inch curve
Mm-hmm.
4K HD TV for I want to say it was like $900.
Yeah, not
Either
interested.
$900 or
Yeah.
$1,200.
That's too much, though.
Or
Just
you can
for
get a
to have it as a
Vizio.
monitor.
You can get a Vizio non-curve that's 240 hertz 4K for like $450.
Yeah, no thanks.
You gotta quit using shitty little fucking Asus garbage monitors, man.
They're not Asus. They're worse.
But they
I
do the
actually
trick.
have an
So
Asus. I have a 27-inch Asus next to my 47-inch TV.
And I'm telling you, you're wrong. They're not. They're worse. They're Acer.
You know, once upon a time, they weren't that bad.
I know. That's just a joke.
It's just
yeah,
they've never
at
evolved.
one time Dell wasn't that bad either.
No, Adele's always
Yeah, they
been
were.
bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
were.
I know. I was trying to make them funny.
Adele's always been bad.
It's like, okay, we're gonna call Foxconn. We want you to make us a motherboard. Yeah, take off like half the shit you put on your cheapest board and send it to us. That's literally what they did. Now I use a 47, and it's a 120, but my video card can't put out 120 anyway because I don't have I haven't used the display for it yet. But it's nice because I can open like a couple of windows on it. And it does 16:9 just
Yeah.
fine.
Well, I just like the whole wide, the extra wide with some video games because
I don't like turning my head. And the other thing that drives me nuts is the borders. You know what I mean? It's like the one reason that I think multiple screens is inferior is because you have to look through the borders of all the screens.
quite honestly, it doesn't. After a while, it doesn't.
You get used to it. You do get used to it, and they do make really ultra thin border monitors too. I've seen those.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I did the multiple monitor thing for a couple of years, and I'm like, this is for the birds. I need it bigger. Like when you play World of Warships on a 47-inch, you'll never go back because you see everything. Like you literally see everything, which is kind of cool. Because like the reticle view when you're launching artillery, it's awesome.
Yep.
Huge.
It's huge. It's not fake news. It's huge.
It's huge
news. Matter of fact, did you hear what the next update's going to have in it?
No, what's going on?
Do you remember those ARP boats, the anime boats with the characters as captains?
Yeah.
Now you can use all the ARP captains on any Japanese ship if you want.
Oh no.
Oh yes. I'm going to transfer all my captains over to those.
Sean is geeking out on anime chicks.
Well,
Best Buy
or my brony captains. So.
Best Buy.
Okay.
Best Buy has a 23-inch for $100.
That's a waste of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Best Buy. Fuck that.
What about a 24-inch LED TV for $100?
If I buy another monitor, I'm
still a
going
waste.
to. I'm going to buy ones that
Too
have
small.
a very, very. I think it's a low refresh rate.
What
You don't
about
Any
what
good
about a
4K
Westinghouse?
TV
What about
No.
a 32-inch Westinghouse 720p for $100?
Nope. Because you said 720p.
720. I want to go up to 1080.
Yeah, but it's 60 hertz.
Doesn't matter. 60 hertz is the lowest.
Okay.
That's the bottom. That's the bottom of the rung. They go up to like
What if I
960.
don't care? What if I don't care if it's 1080? What if I only need 720?
Then you can have it.
Thank you.
Nobody needs 720. That's HD TV from like 2001.
Yeah.
If it works, who gives a shit?
Because for a couple extra bucks, you get something that's actually up to snuff. Like nothing is done in 720 anymore. I'll put it to you that way.
Yeah.
But what if
60
you're
hertz is
only
the lowest
using?
refresh
What
rate
if
you
you're
can go
only
to.
using it as a monitor, not a TV?
You can still do better.
At 1080?
Yes, because at 720 on a 32-inch Westinghouse, your maximum resolution is only going to be, I think it's 1280 by 1024, which means the text size is going to be retardedly large. Take my word for it, man. I use an HD TV as a monitor, and I did not spend a lot of money. Like my first 47, it's a Vizio 120 hertz. I think I paid $399 for it at a sale on Christmas. Brand new. and it's 1080. Now, granted, it's 1080 by 60, but because mine doesn't have a DisplayPort adapter, I don't know how I'm supposed to get 120 out of it because I contacted Vizio. I'm like, this says 120, and I can't do more than 96 hertz.
Hey, Sean, check out the price on this thing. Are you serious?
Did that say 1995?
That says fucking 1995, free shipping, no tax.
That's a bit weird.
50-inch Walmart.
Yeah, that is definitely a snafu.
Oh, let's check it out. 20 bucks. Oh,
Yeah,
it's obviously not
LED driver.
Mother effers.
It's the motherboard for it.
Sneaky bastards. Actually, I need to get one of those.
So do I.
Because like, there's something wrong with my TV where if I push the view all the way to the edges of the screen, it distorts. So I have to cut the screen 10 pixels short on each side, and then it works fine. So like, I can't do 1080. It does 1060. It's crazy.
Oh, this is perfect.
RCA 24-inch.
Still $100.
Work harder.
1920 by 1080.
You can do better.
For $100? I don't think so.
$100 should be like what you pay for the power cord for a good TV.
Oh dear God.
I'm not even kidding. Like, don't even waste your time with a TV that's less than like $300. That's good consumer advice. Anything below $300 is going to be already like a 6 or 7 year old model.
Right.
And I mean, they've come down a lot since they came out anyway. Like,
yeah.
The TV in my living room, it was the newest Samsung they had at the time. It was a 55-inch, 240 hertz, and it was like $2,600 when we bought it. You can buy that exact same TV today for like $350.
Yo, check this one out.
You mean Tree Fitty?
Tree Fitty.
Check this one out.
Yeah. Click on that one. Just do it.
Click on it.
Click on it. Let's see what it says.
It's going to be the driver again.
Yeah.
Mother effer. Laminating pouches. Oh, you cocksuckers.
Clickbait.
Bastard. Oh, this is not bad. Element 24-inch LED TV 1080p $70 refurbished.
Made in China.
Of course.
No.
Isn't everything made in China these days?
No.
Made in China, assembled in South Carolina, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah. The parts are made in
China.
China.
Name.
Yeah, because they make elements here in South Carolina. They also make the other off brands. They assemble them here in South Carolina. They don't make them. But all the parts are made in China. Yeah.
John's gonna get like, he's gonna be like, check out this new TV I got. It's gonna be like an
I don't
Onkyo.
need a TV. I literally just need a monitor, but if I can get the quality of a TV,
Yeah,
I'd rather pay for the TV.
With the TV, he can be on a chat. He's bored surfing the internet. He can just turn it over, turn the display over to the TV, watch whatever he's watching, and chat with us.
Yeah, if I want to see a movie and I don't want to watch it on my phone or my computer, I could just put it on the TV.
Yeah.
What's really funny is I use the big screen for my computer and I use the 27-inch for my TV. Like, I've got my DirecTV box hooked up to the 27.
Oh, this is pretty cool. $130, 32-inch. It's on 720. Never mind.
720.
I don't even know why I don't even know why they're still making those. You can tell it's probably just old stock. I don't think they're manufacturing 720s anymore.
Yeah, they still are.
But
They sell
Japan
them.
is in 12K already. So.
They sell them at Walmart all the damn time.
Right, but are they manufacturing them still? Or are they just old stock that they're just trying to get rid of?
Probably just old stock, but I wouldn't put it past them.
Like, Japan's already, I think their standard is 8K, and they're already doing 12K as an upgrade.
Yeah.
It's insane. I don't know. I'm going to ask my aunt next time I talk to her.
You do that.
What TV you got this time?
Okay, so I guess this is not a bad deal. Sharp 40-inch 1080p.
Let's see. 3 HDMI ports. It's not bad. Click that. You see the bottom there where it's got all the different pictures? Click the
Yeah,
fourth,
I'm just gonna
the fifth one.
I'll do it from here. Oh, it's an open box. That's okay too.
Open boxes are usually somebody just got it and decided they didn't want to spend the money on it. Took it back.
Exactly. People look at it like it's an issue, but most of the time, in my case, I've gotten a good deal out of it.
Me too.
As long as it's covered.
Yeah, that's
right,
the
so
only
let's-
thing. If you get an open box, make sure it has a warranty on it, or you get the extended warranty on it.
What do you want me to click on, Sean?
The fifth picture.
Fifth one
Or sorry, you got to go to the next one after that.
after.
The side panel view. Yeah, that one. 3 HDMIs, 1 composite, 1 optical. Yeah, that'll do. Price is okay. I love
Okay.
that. You read that shit there?
Yeah.
Estimated yearly energy cost. So it's saying that if I watch that for a year, it's only going to cost me $11.
Yep.
That's bullshit. There's no fucking way.
Based on 12 cents per kilowatt and 5 hours of use a day.
Still bullshit. There's no way.
Estimated yearly electricity use 91 kilowatts.
That's such a crock of shit. There's just no way.
And it has plenty of HDMIs and all that.
Like, even if I left it on for 15 hours a day, they're telling me it's only $33 a year. That makes no sense. There's no way.
All right, and it's at Best Buy, which is 10 minutes from me.
Yeah, that's worth looking into. Size-wise, feature-wise, that works fine.
Oh, look. Oh, no, not available. Never mind. I could order it online. They can deliver it from any store. Okay, so I'll look into this one.
See, that was a case of spend a little bit extra and get a whole lot more.
And I figure on a screen like that size, I can get at least 4 computer windows up on it and have them all legible at the same time.
Maybe. Because you got to remember, just because the screen is bigger doesn't mean the resolution is tighter.
Right.
The window's going to be bigger, the text is going to be bigger. Like a 12-point font is the size of my thumb on my 47-inch
Which
screen.
at my eyes is helpful.
Yeah, which is great. Like, I'm probably going to do the same thing for my dad. Like, I'm going to get that Samsung Curve because I just want it. And I'll probably give my dad my 47 in his office to make it easier for him. Like a 42 to 47 actually works on your computer desk if you can sit 3 feet from the screen. I've got a IKEA corner desk, so it goes all the way in the back against the corner. It's 3 feet away from my face. And the nice thing is the edges of the screen are exactly in my peripheral vision, which is great for like gaming.
You want to get him one with like QLED or the basic curved TV?
I want to get the curved one this time.
The which one?
I'm going to get the curved one this time.
The regular one or the QLED one?
I think it's the QLED.
Yeah, because those are like $600.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
They're a bit pricey, but they last. I know the curve is a bit of a gimmick, but I mean, I like it. It looks kind of cool, and the curve's subtle, so it'll follow the corner of my wall.
They have one for $1,000. It's the curved 34-inch WQHD monitor with ultra wide screen. But that's $1,000. That's a nice monitor. That's this one. This is so nice. Holy cow.
You guys are all brainwashed. Oh, that's the actual monitor.
That is fucking nice.
Yeah, it's all right.
Look at that. 2 full-size, like 21-inch size windows.
Yeah, but they're in the standard 4x3.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what the standard is. Let me see.
No, I mean he could tell just by looking at that was 4x3 because the pictures were square.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can tell just by looking at it because I've messed with enough of them.
You know what the hardest thing to tell the difference between is 16 by 9 versus 16 by 10. The difference is very subtle.
Yeah,
Like
well,
mine's
actually,
16 by 10.
yeah, all my monitors are 16 by 9 because the top resolution my monitor, all three of them can do, is 1600 by 900. So they literally are 16 by 9.
Yeah.
But because I've got an AMD video card, so I've got them all in an iFinity setup, so they're basically doing 4800 by 900.
You're the only other person I know who has that. Like my buddy did that a couple of years ago, the iFinity. He said it was a real pain in the ass to get going, but once he got it, then it worked.
Well, it wouldn't have. I've never had a problem with it per se, other than sometimes some games don't have the right field of view.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only problem I've had. I've used the widescreen gaming, but I've ended up playing a lot of games just in either in windowed mode, or just doing other stuff.
Ooh.
Some do 4800 by 900 though. So, but I like having the monitors and having it set up like this for one reason. I can have gun channels in one. I could have,
that monitor's 21 by 9.
Something else.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, the one you're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shows it right over here.
I'd pass on that, to be honest. I'd rather have the TV.
You'd rather have TV.
I would agree with you. Yeah.
The curved TV. Number one, because most games aren't going to be, they're not going to be resolutioned up to maximize that monitor anyway, The TV will.
Well, it depends on the game.
I mean, there's very few that have like insano settings,
Like
because
this one.
The file sizes for 4K games are just massive.
You're talking about this one.
No.
Maybe.
No. Well, you're sort of on the right track, actually. That might be it.
No, this is it. This is the least expensive of them.
No, it's not that one because the back looks different. The one I was looking at, it looks like a piece of curved glass on the back, like it's ultra thin.
Yeah, but those were like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000.
And I think I saw one for like $12.99. I want to say it was a 50 or 55 inch.
That's still a lot of money.
It is, but I mean, you only got to buy it. Buy once, cry once. Come on.
There is a limit.
No, because look at people who buy Scars and Augs.
I'm not going to buy either.
338 Lapuas and shit.
Yeah, the 338, the dreaded 338 Lapua.
This is ridiculous brass cost.
The most unruly of Lapuas.
So you want to get something like this, Ponery, right?
You might.
The one on the right. Something like that.
Yeah, it's only $2,500.
Only.
I said something like that, not that super. But yeah, you're sort of in the right ballpark. I see it every time I go to my local Sam's, and I know it's last year's model. I know it is.
It's still nice though.
Yeah, like last year's model is selling for half that. Yeah, see the back of the one I'm looking at looks like that. Very, very, very thin.
And the colors on it is really awesome.
Yeah, and since I'm going to install it in the corner of the room, it sort of works out,
Yep.
Curves and corners. My aunt was telling me that she was interested in one of those, like, what do they call it? The 131 inch or something? The 11-foot long one. 11-foot
long screen?
Well, 11-foot diagonal. It's like 131 inches or something like that. It's something insane. She was talking about maybe doing that in her house. Make a whole wall. I'm like, that sounds kind of cool.
Sounds like
You gotta
a waste
remember.
of money.
Well, you got to remember, she dropped like $70 million on her farm equipment. So.
And she probably made all that back too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she did. Half of it got written off in taxes.
Oh, nice.
She's like one of the biggest suppliers of milk in the north, I think she said.
North of Japan, right?
Yep.
I don't know why they put up with having a Korean in Japan.
She's been there almost her whole life.
Still doesn't matter.
That and she speaks the language fluently.
The Japanese don't like the Koreans, and the Koreans don't like the Japanese. So
Yeah, that's an old myth.
Old myth.
Yeah, because if you look at Romy Park, she's a perfect example of how it all came together.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Both countries claim that she's theirs. The person who did the voice of Ed on Full Metal Alchemist. That's a sexy voice, by the way, when she talks.
All right, I will be right back.
I'll do that.
That's like her normal talking voice. It's kind of hot. I set myself a mental goal. I'm going to finish this one before I leave, which means I'm going to leave work late today, which means the traffic's going to suck ass.
Traffic always sucks ass. It doesn't matter what state.
In my area especially, because half my routes home are under construction, and a quarter of the remaining ones are underwater.
I'm back, by the way.
Yay.
It's all Sean's fault.
Ooh.
Tonight on Hit or Miss.
Sean comes up with the topic.
Yeah, right.
I told you to come up with a topic for me. You
I
said
tried to, but there's nothing in the news.
Right now, there's more stuff in the news now.
Do you want to do a topic? How about how to deal with road rage in open carry states?
Ooh.
Because there was a guy who was just recently in the news that he pulled a gun on some dude in a fit of road rage, and the dude had his phone on, and he filmed the guy pointing it right at him.
Ooh. And that guy went to jail.
I don't know. He didn't get the plate number, so the guy got away. Police are looking for help in identifying this person who was pointing a gun in a fit of road rage on, so-and-so road. There's always somebody who's got to fuck it up for the rest of us,
Yep.
I don't know. My car is part of the gray man theory, so it's no big deal. Like, I fly under the radar. I cut people off, and they don't even realize it. I don't even realize it. I accidentally did it one time. Half the time, cops don't even give me a second look because they're like, no, a car that small can't go that fast. They were like, it just went by really quick because it has a super short wheelbase.
Yeah, I'm sure that's it.
Dude, the gray car theory is real. I'll give you an example. I was driving my 330 on Sunday. I was doing 95 mile an hour on a regular road. It was a 3-lane road, but it was a regular road. The guy next to me was in a car similar to mine, but his was red. Guess who got pulled over?
The red.
Yeah. We were both doing the same speed. Gray car theory.
As the kid from The Simpsons would say.
Nelson.
It happens. I'm not going to push my luck, though.
I don't think you should.
That's why I didn't go over 100. Kept it at 95. And I was like, it's probably good enough. I started to back off, and all of a sudden I saw flashing lights, and the red car slowed down, started pulling over. I'm like, not me. This is my exit. It's 5 o'clock America, and I'm another beer closer to victory.
The van is on the pavement. The van is on the pavement.
The van is on jack stands. The van is on jack stands. Your rims
Hopefully
have
not.
been repossessed.
No. What's a good one for replacement of John has a brown mustache?
G has a black Doberman.
She has a black Doberman.
Why do you guys think I have a black mustache?
You're not G-Webs.
Who's John then?
It's a
The
brown
Red Dawn
mustache.
Oh, okay.
Long mustache.
What makes you think I
Is it
have a
long?
mustache?
Long.
It's long and not brown.
That's what she said.
Depends on which side of the track she's on. All right, guys. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'll see you tonight.
Yeah.
Catch you later.
I think I'll just call it early.
Roger that.
So
it was fun, guys.
Yep. At 7 o'clock, there'll be the Daily Gun Show. And 9 o'clock, the Hit or Miss Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock. And then followed by Big Gunner 81 at 10 Eastern. And that was Gun Channels tonight. So with that, we will see you tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone. Thank you for listening. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Take it easy.